of Today has an excellent career opportunity with Delcor Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. The pay is great, very competitive with other HVAC companies. Plus, you could get a $1,500 sign-on bonus. The you of tomorrow will enjoy some time away because Delcor also offers paid vacation. Most HVAC companies don't. And since the you of today has some experience, Delcor might just hire you on the spot.
Delcor is hiring 12 experienced HVAC and plumbing professionals immediately. You must have a valid driver's license, ability and desire to work, and legally eligible to work in the U.S. Delcor offers a sign-on bonus up to $1,500, plus one of the best benefits packages in the industry, including health insurance, paid vacation, and retirement options. Learn more at DelcorInc.com. That's DelCorinc.com.
The you of tomorrow will thank the you of today for getting a job at Delcor. Delcor is an equal opportunity employer.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at ArcPoint Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust ArcPoint Labs to give you quick and accurate results for your laboratory testing needs. ArcPoint Labs provides insights and solutions to enable individuals, businesses, and communities to make informed decisions on their health, safety, and well-being. Visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina ArcPoint Labs locations or go to arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hungry for game day, Pirate Nation? Take advantage of the Warren's Hot Dogs tailgate special of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. And the best part, this special is available every day. Just call ahead and Warren's will have your order ready to go. Hungry for breakfast? Warren's Hot Dogs in Chocowinity opens at 5 a.m. with cheese biscuits, chicken biscuits, sausage dogs, and more. Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville, across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Go Pirates! Did you know time spent outdoors can help improve your children's health and bring balance to their life? The Outdoor Heritage Advisory Council invites you to join the Patch Program. This program is for any child under the age of 16 and includes activities like fishing, hunting, and hiking. These are just one of the many ways you can earn the exclusive patches from the Outdoor Heritage Council. For more information on how to sign up and get your adventure started, visit outdoorheritage.nc.gov.
Pirate Nation, this is Kyle Gaines from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Are you ready for fall? Because we are with our fall savings event. Also, are you tired of other dealers marking up their vehicle over MSRP? Don't worry, because at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we don't do that. Come work with the best salesman in Beaufort County, Stephen Tyson, voted by Washington Daily News. Have the pleasure of working with the best sales staff in Eastern North Carolina during our fall savings event. We have a vehicle for every need. Come check out the all-new designed Jeep Grand Cherokee and more. And remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
There's local politics, bud.
I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand.
Was that supposed to be funny?
Get these clowns out of here.
Why would they do that?
You were having a freaking game.
Dude. It's a cocky bunch, man.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930, online, PR927FM.com, and you can watch the show on Facebook Live and YouTube. Make sure you are subscribed to Pirate Radio TV on YouTube. Like our stream and chime in. What do you want to discuss on this chilly Thursday, this fall Thursday in Eastern North Carolina? We got a lot to talk about on today's show. The big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, will join us coming up later on this hour. He has a big play in already on East Carolina, South Florida. What side is he on? We'll tell you coming up later on in hour number one. We'll talk Thursday night football, look at the college slate and more with Jeff Nadu. In the 4 o'clock hour, we will analyze with our analysts. We've got Kevin Monroe joining us to talk Pirate football. We got Cy Seymour joining us to talk some Pirate hoops coming up in the 4 o'clock hour. So Kevin Monroe, Cy Seymour in the 4 o'clock hour. In 5 o'clock, Touchdown Tony Collins, a.k.a. Halftime Tony Collins, will join us in the Pirate Radio studios. We will talk ECU, NFL, and more. And we got Mike Houston, Donnie Kirkpatrick, and Blake Harrell comments to get to as well. Shirley Rhodes is here. CJ has a camera right in my face. Troy D alongside Chandler's here. Hey, guys.
What's up? What's up?
Good to see you. Man, we started this month with a Pirate Storm with the Pirate Radio kickoff party. What a way to celebrate. We end the month with a hurricane. What a month it's been in between.
Troy D has had that line in the crock pot.
I just thought about it.
Simmering all day.
Honestly, when you were giving the rundown, I was just thinking about what a month this has been. And doesn't it seem like a year ago?
Boy, this month has been a year, I tell you.
Doesn't it seem like it's been a year ago when we had the Pirate Radio football kickoff party? That was this month.
Seems like it's been a while.
I'm like, this has been the longest month and maybe the most fun month in the history of my life. But I'm just saying, it has been a long time. You know me versus time. And this is kind of a sad day for me today, Clip. Got to be honest.
Well, I noticed a couple of things.
Almost made it through September, but I did not do it. First day since spring, summer that I had to do it, Clip. Notice anything different about me?
I noticed a lot different about you. You look like you've been in the woods for 3 weeks. You haven't shaved. Well, are the winter depression cycle already kicking in?
Seasonal affect disorder may already be here. I have lost the shorts. I'm in pants.
Yeah,
I don't have flip flops on. I have shoes, and I have a hoodie on.
You know it's winter when Troy Day you can't see his legs or his feet.
This has been a tough day for me, but this is the transition. Today was the day. It's over until spring and summer now.
I might have should have brought a jacket from home, but it's too early for
a
hoodies.
little cold. I was outside last night watching Tyler's JV football team, Rose, who's 6-0, by the way, win again. And by the end of the game, it was absolutely like freezing to me. And it was probably only in the 60s, but I'm like, I can't take this. I cannot take the cold, Clip. And then I think if you move to Florida, what's going to happen? You get beat up by a hurricane, and then you're flooded to death. There's no easy solution to this.
Move to California, you got earthquakes.
Correct. Everybody has their problems.
Yeah. Sounds like you have a lot of them.
Yeah. So,
but anyway, we are with you during these dark times.
Thank you. You guys lift my spirits.
By the way, it's September. Like, we're not in February.
I know.
It's a long way
and
to
if
go.
I can't handle this at the end of September, what's going to happen in the end of January?
I think you're just going to have to get mentally tougher.
I know.
Physically tougher.
Correct.
But more mentally. Just think about hot times. I don't know.
Yeah. Should I grow the beard out? What do you think? It's kind of looking like yours a little bit right now without the mustache.
We look like some ragged fools up here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think you should go with it. You look rugged. Yeah.
All right. I may let it ride. I may let it ride over the weekend, and we'll make a judgment call on Monday.
It adds to your depression look, I'll tell you that. you look really depressed. So
on the inside, I am.
On the outside,
don't let the smiling face fool you.
He's the sad clown.
Yeah.
On the inside.
Anyway, great to be here. Looking forward to a weird kind of football weekend for ECU. This is another weird anomaly weekend. Road game, supposed to be playing in South Florida, actually playing, as you've mentioned, in South Florida. As far south as Miami will be playing, but against South Florida, which is in Tampa, which is really Central Florida. But Central Florida isn't in Tampa. That's in Orlando.
Everybody got that? Everybody taking notes?
But it is weird. South Florida really isn't. It's really mid-Florida.
It is.
Yeah.
That it is. I thought about this. I didn't mention it.
And they changed the game time to 2:30 for those of you that did not know.
Craig said it must be hard on Troy. No more pictures of his feet and legs by the pool and beach. The sadness is creeping in.
True.
Dang.
Are we done with the feet pick for a year?
For this year, yes.
All right.
Yes.
Sorry.
It is a sad day, folks.
Sorry, Rex Ryan.
You sickos are going to have to wait to 2023 or subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Rex Ryan, you're going to have to get your kicks somewhere else, buddy. Not here at Pirate Radio.
Sorry.
No moss.
Yeah,
so,
those days are over.
Adios, feet pics.
Still archived. You can go back and view them at your pleasure.
For your viewing pleasure.
Yeah.
To help you get through these cold months. Look at Troy D's feet.
Yeah, this is now hoodie jean weather. Sucks.
All right, so we are, let's see where we are right now. You mentioned it, 2:30 Saturday, kickoff, Boca Raton, East Carolina. Have you seen the line?
You know, I was getting ready to ask you. I saw it like when it opened, but what is it now? It's such a weird deal.
It is at 9.
Huh.
9.5.
What do you? Is that too much for this team of uncertainty right now?
Maybe. I think the Pirates bounce back. I think they win the game. And I think they could win it like they did last year, which was by 15, I believe. It was like a 29-14 or something like that. I think it will be higher scoring than that, but I like the Pirates this weekend.
All right, I do too. But I say Pirates don't cover.
All right, so Pirates in a close one.
Yeah, 7.
South Florida has played
kind of up and down.
Down, and
didn't they compete against? Who was it?
They went to the Swamp and competed against Florida.
Right, that game.
They are battle tested. So their only win came against an FCS opponent, Howard, and they have lost to BYU, who we'll see later this year. Got blown out in that one. They were blown out by Louisville last week, and then had the ball with a chance to beat Florida at the end, but came up short. So I wonder if that Florida was one of those don't let the same team beat you twice kind of thing. They were so close, led down, and then just didn't really show up against Louisville. So this will be their first meeting against a team that is kind of comparable to them. You know what I mean?
And also a variable for ECU, our first road game. So we haven't been on the road. We'll have to see how this team responds. And then a weird road environment. As I say that, I think the atmosphere will be anemic, and for those of you that don't know what anemic is, it's kind of a dead atmosphere. I think a lot of the South Florida fans will be distracted by the storm, may not be headed to Miami. I just don't think there'll be a big crowd for this one.
You did the math the other day. From Tampa to Boca Raton, it's what, like a 3.5-hour drive?
Yeah, 4-hour drive.
Yeah, I mean, so imagine if it was the other way around. You're recovering from a hurricane. We've got to drive from Greenville to, what, this side of Asheville? Would you do it?
I host
the go other side
pregame tailgate.
No, would you drive it?
I can't. I got to be here.
Right. I know. I meant the collective you, not you personally.
I know what you meant.
Yeah. But if you weren't, would you?
I don't know. It's hard to get in that headspace. I haven't been to a road game in like 17 years.
I mean, we're lucky to get you to home games, so the answer's probably no. But
you can get me to home games. You got tickets?
I could help you. Yes.
All right. Yeah. I want Tony's ticket.
I would. You know what? No. I'm gonna go ahead and go on the record right here, right now. We have not talked about this.
Here you go, Cliff.
I see you sitting over there in the other section. I saw you there one day.
And I saw you.
And we saw you, buddy.
I do invite Tony to the game. Tony leaves at halftime often. He did stay. Actually, I got to give Tony credit. I do believe he stayed well into the second half on this last game, the Navy game. So I did. Although I won't be here at 5, I know you will be. I do want to give Tony credit.
Okay.
For extra credit, if you will, for staying extra long for him.
I am the messenger that Troy gives me a message at 3 to pass along to Tony at 5.
I want to compliment him.
Okay.
I want to shake his hand.
In staying longer into the second half. And I can't remember if he stayed to the end, but it was very close. He might have stayed to the end.
Third quarter, no quarter, Tony?
No.
Maybe he stays till the no quarter flag?
I think he might have made it to the fourth quarter.
No quarter, Tony.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway, I want to compliment him. But I do have Tony sit with me. I would like you, next game, if possible, to also sit with me and Tony.
All right. I'm going to pull a Troy D move here and say, what do you call it, Troy, when you're waiting see what other offers you get?
We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at the best offer. But that one's on the table.
All right.
I appreciate it.
There is an offer on the table to sit with me and Tony.
All right.
That would be kind of fun. We could call ourselves the Fun Bunch.
All right.
Right on the front row.
Fair enough.
Paparazzi would probably get some pictures of you there.
Yeah, not a big fan.
I know you're not a photo guy, but you know it's going to happen, so I'm just warning you.
Yeah.
You might even get, my boys are on the scoreboard multiple times. Clip Rock with his shirt off is a guaranteed winner on the scoreboard.
Is that?
I heard you talk about that possibly doing a show. How about at the game with the shirt off on the scoreboard?
If I'm shown in the stands at Daddy Ficklin Stadium, I'm taking my shirt off.
Absolutely.
Hands down.
I would be disappointed if you didn't.
That's a done deal.
Yeah.
Isn't AT in that section too?
AT does sit with me, yes.
Man, it's going to be selfie fest. There's going to be a lot of pictures.
AT's busy videoing the whole game. You won't even notice him. He's recording every play for
Did he take Meador's job, or is he an amateur?
I think he works for ESPN or Plus or something. I don't know. Is his phone connected?
Let's look at the replay. We're going to get down to AT.
The dude's videoing every play.
He works for CSTV. He's still.
I guess, but hey, look, everybody has.
I think it's massive.
He says, "You do you, I'll do me." I'm like, okay, you do you.
I brought this up the other day. Does Troy Troy remember this. Sometimes I remember Troy's life better than Troy does.
You do. True.
We played South Florida. In fact, I brought this up with Jeff Charles yesterday. We played South Florida. We had a hurricane here, Troy D.
Yes.
Not in Florida, but here.
Brought back some terrible memories, actually.
You and I were doing the post game, and the situation deteriorated, I guess you could say.
This was under the Confer era.
We had lost the game. It was another loss. We were like, what? And you decided, hey, let's end the show so we could get home.
Right.
Because there's no need to.
Correct. I wanted to get.
Because it was about to get dark.
I wanted to get. We made an executive decision to get our people out of harm's way before it got dark.
Appreciate that.
Before roads got flooded, so you could at least see on your way home to Winterville, to Farmville, wherever you were headed. That we didn't. We did the post game, but we did not do an extended post game.
Right. So we were here. So we went home. But do you remember what happened that evening?
Yeah, the team was trying to come back on a bus, and they should. I said they should have just spent the night, hunkered down. They tried to come back on a bus. They got stuck.
Well, first of all, they flew to Virginia.
Right.
Because they couldn't fly into here.
Well, they should have stayed where they were, first of all,
in Florida.
Which was my first choice.
Yeah.
They flew to Virginia and then tried to bus back, got stuck on the bus on a 2-lane road. I was in communication with multiple people on the bus that were reaching out with me with SOS texts, help us texts, communication. They couldn't talk because they didn't want to be overheard, so I was getting blown up with text messages about the situation. They felt they were being lied to by the leadership at the time of what was going on. They were stuck. They hadn't moved anywhere. It kind of deteriorated into a mini disaster at the time. And so we started reporting on it.
Yeah. And Jeff Charles talked about yesterday how horrible of a decision that was.
Terrible decision.
And said that they all kind of split up into groups, pulled off, found a hotel, slept for like 4 hours.
They ended up literally at a Super 8 motel was one of them. They were able to get off that road, and they ended up having to spend the night away from here.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the decision to come back was a bad one. They should have spent the night in Florida, let things calm down here because the storm had moved through here. And then, and I did have a little bit of a flashback to that one with this storm because now it's going to be out of Florida.
Yeah.
It's going to be up here. I don't know how quickly it's not moving as fast as some of these storms. But I don't know. We'll have to see what's going on Saturday.
Yeah.
When this thing is done, this game's over at 6:37, and the team comes back on a charter. It's going to be clear down there in Miami. But what is the situation here?
Yeah, right.
I mean, there's some
Getting
question
back
marks
here. Yeah.
I mean, and it may be fine by then. It may all be over by then potentially. I'm not saying it's not going to be. It may not be an issue, but it does bring back those memories. And I felt bad for the travel party on that one because I thought those were all. It was like one bad decision after another.
From what I understand, the equipment truck left today. The team will be leaving on Friday via plane. So, and East Carolina has had practice every day this week.
Yeah.
The flight is going on as scheduled, just to a different location. Like, they haven't really been affected by this at all, really.
Yeah, Pitt County schools will be closed Friday.
Yeah.
And I've noticed some other schools closing Friday, and that's probably out of an abundance of caution.
Lily was bummed out. She was going on a field trip tomorrow, and guess where they were going to have lunch, Troy D? Parker's Barbecue.
Really?
So she's bummed out.
Man, they're missing out.
Kids get to have like a field trip to Parker's?
I think that's just part of the trip.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's the part I was interested in. Hey, y'all are going to Parker's?
Wow, that's pretty cool. How many kids were going?
I do not know.
Oh, well, maybe they can reschedule that, though.
Yeah.
That would have been a fun trip as a kid.
Yeah, she had to put in her order earlier this week.
Fun trip as an adult.
Yeah.
I was there today eating lunch, Clip.
No kidding. How many field trips have you made?
This is filled with Parker's unsweet tea as we speak.
Very nice. Very nice. So, Pitt County schools closed.
About once a week, I'm field tripping to Parker's.
Also, due to Craven County schools being closed.
No D.H. Conley?
No Conley football tonight. So that has affected the high school football schedule. So no Conley. They were scheduled to play Havelock tonight.
Been a good game.
That will not go on. In fact, Brian Bailey said he was looking around. That's the only game in the area he could find with a team with a winning record playing a team with a winning record. So it would have been the game of the week.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
it's not going to happen.
I would like to listen to that one, actually. I hate that they're not playing that one. David weighing in. I was saying me, you, and Tony could be the fun bunch. He's saying it's more like the whack pack.
All right.
So just passing along comments, Clip.
Yep.
Because, well, you know what you can also pass along?
What's that?
Besides a comment, if you're listening or watching.
We like comments, but
you could pass along or like or smash.
That's even better.
Yep, do that.
Smash it and subscribe it.
Do it.
Like it, smash it. It's easy.
Check out on
and it's
YouTube.
free. Chandler, how many people have yet to like or smash?
Guys, we got some work to do.
Give me the news.
We have 13 more likes on YouTube more than people watching. Or excuse me, 13 more people watching on YouTube more than likes.
He wasn't even supposed to be here.
Nah,
today.
Chandler's a little rusty. He wasn't supposed to be here.
So is this counting like an extra day for you on your day off? Is this like, are we your second chance fiddle? You know, because your first opportunity blew up with the high school football game. Like, what's going on here?
I guess this is the second choice of the day.
Yeah. So we're like his leftovers clip.
And this entire show is scripted. Everything Troy and I have said has been scripted out, written down.
Mm-hmm.
Chandler didn't have lines for today's show because he wasn't supposed to be here. That's probably why he messed up just a moment ago there.
Yeah.
So try that one again.
Take two.
So there is now only 9 more people watching than people liked on YouTube. That's got to change, folks. Smash the like, smash the sub, and let's get it up to a higher number than this. Oh, my gosh.
Facebook numbers are rising. Be the change you want to see, folks. It starts with you. You don't have to wait around for somebody else to do it. You be the change.
Be the change agent.
And we talked about this the other day, Troy.
Coffee bean.
People probably think we're wanting them to do this to benefit us. That is completely wrong.
Not necessarily.
We are wanting. Well, listen.
Sorry.
We want people to like and subscribe so it benefits them, so they know what's going on in the Pirate Nation.
It's a great point. It's a good point.
This is benefiting them.
Duly noted.
When you subscribe, when you follow Pirate Radio,
You're helping yourself out.
You will get updates. You'll know when the Mike Schwartz basketball media day interview drops. You'll know when we've got Donnie, the coordinator interviews
Mike
up,
Houston.
the player interviews, all of our videos.
Yeah.
Announcements.
Yep.
Had a chance to go to the first ever Mike Schwartz press conference opening day of practice.
You never forget your first.
No. That was kind of good. I was there. I was like, wow, this is his first ever real media thing on the court here. You know, that thought went through my head while we were talking to him.
Was it special for you?
I thought it was unique.
All right.
Yeah.
What'd you take away from the press conference?
Well, it wasn't really. It was more of a media scrum than a press conference. But I took away that he's a very articulate, good speaker, good in front of the media, very natural, has a lot of energy, enthusiasm, a likable guy. I've talked to people that said, they were upset about the way the Dooley thing went down. They didn't want to like this guy, and they ended up, you know what? They ended up liking him.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with him.
Oh, I know, but I'm saying, I'm just talking about some folks I've talked to. But he's a likable guy. We'll see what happens on the court. Cy Seymour, I talked to off the air. Even Cy was like, and you'll never hear Cy say anything negative. But Cy was like, and I don't even know if I should be sharing this. A lot of uncertainty.
Oh, yeah. Well,
that was like the most negative thing you'll ever hear Cy say.
Oh,
a lot of uncertainty here. A lot of guys are gone.
Yeah.
We haven't seen these guys play yet. I'm like, wow.
But he's saying it with a smile.
Is this Cy being negative?
But he likes Schwartz.
Yes.
We'll talk to Cy later on in the show. They're going to take their lumps this year. You look at the rosters in the American, East Carolinas, and we don't know a lot about these guys, but it doesn't stack up to some of these other teams in the league, or even in the non-conference.
Yeah.
So, Cy,
they look great at practice. Of course, they were going up against nobody.
Yeah, I mean,
they were
sure.
I'm just saying, there wasn't another team there. They looked really good to me.
Yeah, I have very, very low expectations year one of Mike Schwartz. So it's all about expectations, folks.
Yeah. See, that's probably motivating to him. Remember when Cliff Godwin got here, and I had very low expectations of Cliff in the baseball program the first year he was here. And remember, I remember him saying he remembers that, and he went. What did he do his first year, Cliff? Do you remember?
Yeah, they went to the
conference. Yeah, won the conference championship.
Well, Mike Schwartz and his team's not going to win the conference championship this year.
I'm just saying, will he use that negative energy from Clip Rock with low expectations as the motivating factor to win the American Athletic Conference?
I'd love for him to do that, but it won't matter.
I'm just putting a parallel out there.
ECU will not make the tournament.
You heard it here, folks.
I have created low expectations.
They might not win a game all year.
You heard it here,
when
folks.
I create low expectations, it results in results. When you create low expectations, it results in low expectations.
Do I have to remind you what happened last baseball season? Where Cliff, we have the clip of him saying Cliff didn't believe in us, and now we're here. They had their greatest year arguably ever.
Maybe this only works in baseball.
So
I think it works when there's good teams. Yeah, this basketball
that you
team,
don't believe in.
Yeah.
David has a line for the total wins for the Pirates this year on Facebook comments.
Will it be double digits?
Over under 12 wins.
I was going to say 10.
Yeah, they'll win some non-con games. Yeah. I'll look at the slate real quick. But look, we're gonna be there. We're gonna be supporting him. And again, it's year one. If it doesn't go well, it doesn't say a lot about Mike Schwartz, I don't think, year one. But like Mercer, Presbyterian, Hampton, those all got to be wins.
Win.
South Carolina State, Coppin State, High Point, and then you get into conference play. They can probably win. They win a few in conference. So
which ones?
Temple at home, South Florida at home.
Do they still have Damian Dunn?
Is Wichita State still down? They've had some tough times lately.
That'll be tough. I'm not going to count them as a win. We could beat Tulane again, even though they're good.
Fighting Corey Glores.
Yeah. They'll win a few. They'll lose a lot, but I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. I'm excited anyway.
I will say, getting out there on the court, talking to coach, hearing the ball dribble, seeing the guys, kind of got me a little into basketball.
Oh.
And I wasn't. And you know me, I'm firmly in football season.
You're not into basketball. Don't.
I got to tell you, I caught the fever a little bit out there.
He'll be at that first game, though. He'll be.
Will he?
I was out there.
No, he will. He's a first game guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Troy's a first game guy.
Question.
Am I at a first practice guy? Yes, I am.
What color shirt are you going to be wearing? Because Mike Schwartz
it's a gold out, baby.
has already told you what to wear.
Gold out.
That was through my question. What do you expect here the first game? Well, I expect 8,500 fans in gold.
Yeah. So are you going to be one of those?
Don't know. I'm not willing to commit to that. I will be at the game. I'll commit to going to the game. I am not going to commit to what I'm wearing.
What if he looks up at you during the game and like during the timeout and he's like so disappointed? And
is he going to be wearing gold?
He's the coach. He's not a fan. Well, what are you talking about?
What a great role model.
Did you want Mike Houston to wear a Kentucky Fried Chicken, what's the guy's name? Colonel Sanders suit during the whiteout?
That would have been awesome. That would have been awesome.
I
can't lie. That would have been awesome.
I got my freaking goatee like Colonel Sanders.
We're going to have a freaking game.
But if he could talk like Colonel Sanders in the post game. Listen up, folks. We had a tough time running the ball.
What if Schwartzy comes out in a freaking bright yellow suit?
I would love it.
Like the old Coach Mac purple jacket?
Or you know that, what was, oh, no. I was thinking, what were the colored suits in Dumb and Dumber?
It was like bright orange and blue.
Yeah, orange. Okay, it was orange. I was going to say, man.
But he can get the yellow version of that.
Yeah.
Be a good look.
I think the days of coach
practice what you preach.
I think the days of basketball coaches wearing suits is long gone.
How about just a gold golf shirt?
Yeah.
A lot of these guys go, what will he wear on the sideline? We've yet to see that. Is he a sport coat guy? Is he a golf shirt guy?
I think he's going to be
a warm-up suit guy.
Is he a
tie guy?
I don't think he's a tie guy. I don't see it.
I don't think he's a tie. Tie?
Why didn't you ask him that? Why didn't you just go to the press conference, Troy, and say tie?
Tie.
Do I want to give all my best questions out of the gate, or do I want to save a little something for later on for media day? And
keep a little meat on the bone. I hear you.
But I will ask him that.
Tie.
That will be my next question.
Golf shirt.
So if Igo's listening, don't steal my question. I'm going to ask, what is he going to wear?
All right. Well, can't wait to find out that. Let's take a break. We'll come back. More to go. Hour 1, Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Got a giveaway for you as well coming up later on in the show. A lot more to go. We're back with you after this.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank that's in your corner when you need them. This is Chris Richards from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Ashley Capps, Bonner Latham, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business, come and see one of our experienced team members at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Member FDIC.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
It's bow time. Why are Bojangles Chicken Supremes called Supremes? Well, with golden crispy chicken tenderloins this juicy, tender, and full of bold flavor, what else would you call them? Superbs? Nah, that would be weird. Get your Chicken Supremes combo today with a scratch-made biscuit, your choice of fixin', legendary iced tea, and have you heard there's a new sauce in town? Try our new creamy buffalo sauce when you get a Chicken Supremes combo today. It's bow time.
Have you experienced increased aches and pains recently? Have you heard of CBD? Hemp Garden is your premier CBD retailer in Eastern North Carolina. Do you find yourself having anxiety or in need of extra sleep support? Hemp Garden has a variety of Delta 8 and hemp-derived Delta 9 products that can assist with those issues. If you're unable to stop by the store, don't worry. Give them a call today at 413-6100 for a consultation, and they'll ship right to your door. Hemp Garden, 3040 South Evans Street in the Target Shopping Center in Greenville. The Dickinson Avenue Public House is a lively and diverse restaurant in Greenville that utilizes fresh and local ingredients. With influences of Creole, Asian, and upscale Southern cuisine, the Dickinson Avenue Public House offers a seasonally rotating menu and a full-service bar with rotating craft brews on tap. Come to the intersection of 8th and Dickinson and enjoy $1 drafts on Tuesday, half-price flights on Wednesday, half-price wine bottles on Thursday, and $1 oysters Tuesday through Friday from 5:30 to 7. For more details, check out their website at daphouse.nc.com.
When it comes to hauling dirt, asphalt, or stone, you can trust the pros at First and Goal Hauling Incorporated. They have a fleet of dump trucks ready to get the job done. And best of all, it's owned and operated by ECU football alum Dakota Marshall. When you have a big job and you need it done right, count on First and Goal Hauling, where it's a touchdown every time. Keep up with Dakota Marshall and First and Goal Hauling by following them on Facebook today.
Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. If you're looking for wings to be delivered to your home, Wings Over Greenville has you covered with no third party needed. Wings Over Greenville has its own in-house delivery service. Be sure to try the all-new tender sandwiches by ordering ahead on the Wings Over mobile app. Open till 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, Wings Over has everything to cure those late night munchies. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville. They deliver.
This is Coach Blake Harrell, defense coordinator for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your personal and business needs. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the best Mexican food and fun in Greenville. Come and enjoy favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Follow Chico's on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's for dine-in or to go. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, back with you here on a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Shirley Rhodes, CJ Schaefer. The Chan Man here because high school football affected in the area, weather.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Any other games?
Well, no, the game was not canceled. I just decided,
Chandler canceled his appearance
for my safety.
At the game.
I just decided I will not make the.
He didn't want to drive
hour and 45-minute trek back to Sampson County.
Understood. Okay.
Yeah.
It was more my mother.
You're a grown man. Your mom's telling you what to do?
Well, no, I made the decision, the final decision.
And what was your mother have to do with it?
She said, "You sure you want to go back?"
She kind of put it out there, and
I was like, "Nah."
Are you the
Nah.
youngest, Chandler, in your family?
No, I'm the oldest.
Oh, you're the oldest.
There's me and my brother.
All right,
but he's still the big baby.
Big baby Chan, that's what they call me.
Troy D is here as well. And having a good time here on a Thursday.
Thank you for your help with the power, by the way. That was a great job by you getting it plugged in, Chandler. I appreciate you getting it through the hole here, and then I was able to make the connection.
Real teamwork during the break.
It took 3 of us literally to.
How many idiots does it take to charge a computer? The answer is 3.
Yeah.
And you're looking at
that was pretty impressive right there.
Good work.
Something I was going to ask you and I forgot. Anyway, go ahead, Cliff.
I got nothing. What you got?
No, I had something to bring up to you during the break, and then I had a senior moment and I forgot.
All right, still looking to see if. So what's this? What's Ian going to do? He's going to go to the mountains, go to the western part of the state.
I don't know. I've seen like all these different projections. I think I saw one. It was like they have all the noodles, the lines of where they could go, and I think that there were 30 of them I saw. That one spanning as far west of Charlotte, and there was one that looped over right over Greenville. Mm-hmm. But it was only one. It wasn't like multiple ones. Like most of them are west of Raleigh. But I was like, man, if this one's right, this thing's going to come right over Greenville.
And by the time it gets here, what is it?
It would be weekend. It would probably just be, right now I think it's a tropical storm, I want to say. But it would be more like a nor'easter probably by the time it gets here. Still plenty of rain and wind and flooding potential, but not the devastation that you're seeing in Florida.
Because it is.
Boy, the early pictures out of there are looking rough.
Yeah. So right now, I guess it's the eye of it anyway is sitting back in the ocean, and it's going to make a landfall.
It's 70-mile-an-hour sustained winds right now.
Yeah. 40 miles northeast of Cape Canaveral. Canaveral, Florida.
Thank you, Clip Cantori.
Well done.
Yikes.
Speaking of Jim Cantori.
Did he get a hit with
my
the sign
God.
Didn't know, almost. I thought, and I put it out there on my Twitter. I said, if this guy's going to die, this is the way he wants to go. In a hurricane, impaled by a stop sign.
Yeah. On live television.
On live TV. You can't do it during the break. You got to do it live TV. If the guy's got to go, honestly, I even think Jim Cantori would say, this is the way I want to go.
I mean, you hate to say it, but kind of like Steve Irwin, Crocodile.
Yeah, but the difference is that happened and no one saw it. He got speared with Stingray, and nobody saw it. You only heard about it.
Cantori's a glory hog. He wants it on camera.
Jim Cantori
he wants it on camera?
Live on the Weather Channel in prime time, Clip Rock.
Yeah.
He can have a light post come and hit him in the head, and he's laying in the streets, and his head's bleeding, and they're going to go help him. And he's like, no, this is how I want to go.
Yeah.
This is how I want to go.
Do not send a first responder.
Let me go.
Do not resuscitate.
Yeah.
Jim Cantori. But he got taken out. He was like, that's the most aggressive fall I've ever seen from him in a hurricane.
Yeah.
He lost his footing. He fell. And he looked like he was in harm's way.
Troy, by the way, related topic, I got some Trojans for our recorders to take to practice next week.
And I will say this, water is the enemy of a microphone or a handheld recorder.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think this girl must have been doing local TV down there. I don't think she was a national person, but she had a handheld, she had a microphone, and I forget her name. She actually came out and said, yes, we use condoms on top of the microphone because they protect the microphone from getting wet and destroyed.
Pretty genius when you think about it.
So, and then yesterday it made the rounds around the internet. Everyone was like, does she have a condom on this microphone? Because it had a condom look to the top, would you say?
A reservoir tip, some would say.
Yes, professionally speaking. And she came out today and said, yes, it indeed was a condom. And that was protocol for them at that station.
Yeah.
To put condoms on their mics. And I think that's practicing safe broadcasting. They should be commended.
No, I mean, it is a great move. It's going to keep things out.
Yes.
Keep things dry. keep things safe.
Correct, especially when they're in a lot of rain. And
I like the resourcefulness of using something intended for something else to help you. In life.
Then I thought about what else if you had to keep the mic dry. What else could you? Because you still need to hear through the mic. So I guess the condom still lets sound through, but it does not let water through.
Do you use like saran wrap?
Well, then I thought, saran wrap. I thought, what if you did a Glad bag? Would that work, or would it be too loud? Would that take too much of the noise away? I was just trying to think of what other options do you do to make if the mic's not waterproof, to make it waterproof. And there's not a lot of.
There's not another way.
I mean, to be honest,
think of
in her defense. Or the
I don't think she needs a defense.
No, I think it was probably a smart move, and I wonder why more people don't put condoms on their microphones.
It was not like a gag. It was like, we need to get this audio.
And as someone that has purchased a lot of mics, they're very expensive clip. So I would, as part of the management team, want them protected.
And I mean, you can go in a bathroom and get a condom for 50 cents.
Right. But these mics cost hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, and you want to protect that investment.
Absolutely.
All right.
You don't want it ruined.
There is our hurricane coverage for today.
But that caught a lot of buzz yesterday.
Yeah, it made its rounds.
Yeah.
We'll be with you 10:30 a.m. Saturday morning on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, taking you up to the 2:30 kickoff. Jeff Nadu and others have asked me this question.
Thought we handled that story very maturely, by the way.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think everybody's wondering why 2:30.
That is a good question.
That
I
we
guess
don't have the answer to at the moment.
I don't know why. Not sure.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Maybe they just wanted to go ahead and get it done in the daylight and be done, because they're having to get people down at what is it, FAU or FIU?
Florida Atlantic.
FAU. I guess they've got to get all their officials to work it. They still have to have, even a few people show up, there still takes a large group of people to pull off a game.
Yeah. And I saw they were doing $10 tickets for
general
people.
admission.
I can't imagine there's going to be a lot of folks
No,
there.
hardly anybody. I would just open it up for free if I was them. But I guess it's to go ahead and get them in and get them out.
Yeah. Works for me.
Why wait till a night game?
Yeah.
If you don't need to.
And it's on the Plus anyway. You can pretty much do it whenever,
Correct.
right? You can put it on
exactly.
whenever you want to.
It's not on a network.
You could say, why not noon, honestly? Why 2:30? 2:30 is a very weird time.
Correct. That I understand moving the game up.
Yeah.
Why 2:30 or not 2?
Yeah.
Like
a nice round number.
Or 1 or noon. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I don't know how they came up with that.
But anyway,
I have a feeling ESPN was somehow involved in that. It's going, well, we'll squeeze it here on ESPN Plus at 2:30.
Yeah, who knows? All right, Troy, the Bears are 2-1 despite having the worst quarterback in the NFL.
Well,
your
statistically speaking.
Yeah.
But he might not be at the end of the year.
All right, well, I'm just speaking of now. We don't know what's going to happen at the end of the year.
He needs to work on his passing.
Are they going to let him? Are they going to let him throw?
I don't know. I listen to the Bears now. Okay.
I bet your kids' JV team throws more than the Bears do.
They actually they're a wide open spread offense for real. They throw a lot.
Yeah.
I listen to the Bears pregame show at a WGN, which is an hour, which Dan Hampton's on. It's very funny, and then their postgame call-in show, which is just like our fifth quarter, but actually not as long as our fifth quarter. But these guys, they're former Bears that host it. You would have thought the Bears lost by 30 last week. It makes our fifth quarter look like Candyland clip, a Girl Scout convention. Nothing compares to what I listened to last week, how they murder these guys after he wins.
After a W.
Yeah. It's entertaining now, I'll say that. But the former players, the people that call in, it's a great show. I think it gets you hooked on it.
And Bears are only 3-point dogs this week against the Giants. They could win again, and Justin Fields might complete 7 passes, and they win another game.
I've just been happy I've been able to dump my tickets so far.
Hey, if they keep winning, that's good for you, right?
Yeah, stock is up.
So keep on winning. Thursday night football tonight right here on Pirate Radio. If you don't have Prime, we got you covered. Just turn on the radio, old school. Dolphins at Bengals tonight.
Now, what about the Thursday night game with Bears and Commanders?
What about it?
Do you want to do a watch along, or is that too painful? It's going to be pretty painful.
Yeah.
And not enough. Here's the problem with that watch along. More people will see our watch along than the actual game.
That's not a problem at all.
Yeah, actually, that might be a good one to do. They would rather watch us tell what's happening
because they don't have Prime,
right?
So they just pull us.
Maybe we should do that.
Maybe we should.
I'm interested if you are.
What week is that?
Would you be interested?
10-13.
That's October 13th.
Yeah.
So like I'm the Bears fan, you're the Commanders fan. You could be a neutral party, Chan Man.
Yes, there will be an event that I have to go to that day, but I will be able to join.
Always
afterwards.
something before work, isn't it?
Yeah.
Always something. We're always your second choice. Man.
What do you got? A high school PA
When
convention?
I was your age,
It's
I
an event.
put my career first. You put yourself first.
Wow.
This is an event that you should probably be at too.
Oh yeah, this is a work event, isn't
Yes.
it?
So that has not been announced.
Okay, good point.
Yeah. But the game doesn't start till 8:30.
Well, and here's the other caveat. I might have a potential conflict with my kids' football.
Your calendar is full.
Yeah. Although a lot of these games, unless there's another storm brewing, they're going to play Thursday.
So, but you could come by after the game?
I could, yes.
So let's tentatively say...
A second half watch along?
Watch along. How about I do the first half, you do the second? That way neither one of us will have to watch the whole game. It's the best of both worlds. All right.
Well, let's table this and figure it out.
I got to get to Nadu, Troy D.
Nadu?
Yeah. He's got a big play on
ECU?
Could be.
Now, here's the question for Nadu. What's a big play to him? How much does he bet? Is the $1,000 like a big play to him?
Nah.
Or is he going bigger than that?
That I don't know.
Next time you talk to him, can you ask him for me? Like you pass messages to Tony when you have an opportunity to talk to him again. Could you pass that along?
I will not today, but I will next time.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll ask him in private and see if he wants to share that information.
Okay.
So, all right, Troy, enjoyed it.
Good seeing you guys.
See, we'll
stay safe.
What are you doing Saturday?
Well, I was planning to be at the beach. Those plans are on hold, so I'll probably be here. What are you doing? You want to watch the game?
I mean, I'll be here all day.
Maybe you want me to pop in the studio, do a little pregame?
If you'd like. Yeah, you can hang out.
Yeah, I'll come see you.
We'll have Country Mart.
That's right. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I've never had that. That'd be yummy.
Sausage dog.
I'm excited.
Why don't I do an hour with you in the pregame?
All right. I think we got IGO slated to go from 11 to noon. So if you want to come in around noon or so.
Okay.
Pull a nooner.
Yeah, I'll see you at 12.
All right. Good deal.
Done.
All right. Let's take a break. We'll come back. The big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, Barstool Sports, joins us when we return. He likes a side, ECU, South Florida. He'll tell you what side he's on after this.
For the latest from the world of golf. Tune in every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
Are you ready for some football, Pirate Nation? Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times this football season, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun. Because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Get ready to have fun this season, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Love is finding the internet of your dreams from MetroNet. Get ready for fast, reliable, 100% fiber speeds with unlimited data so you can stream, study, surf, and game on all your devices simultaneously. No lag times or buffering. MetroNet offers student deals. Get 100 megabit internet for just $39.95 a month. Switch today at metronet.com/switch. MetroNet. Love your internet.
Greenville Utilities electric customers will soon be able to receive text notifications in the event of power outages. Enrollment is automatic, so make sure GUC has your cell phone number by signing into your account at GUC.com, then update the information in your user profile. Want to talk with someone instead? Call 252-752-7166 during business hours. 252-752-7166. Update us so we can update you. Visit GUC.com for more information.
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles, and welcome inside the booth. Baseball finally got one right. I will tell you what it is after this. Just like Pepsi, Holt Nailers from Greenville, born in Eastern Carolina.
It's that time of year again. Football season is upon us, and those of us that live in Eastern North Carolina know what a special time of year it is. This is Landon Minges with Minges Bottling Group. I'm the fourth generation of my family to have the honor of distributing Pepsi-Cola products to my neighbors in Eastern North Carolina. For over 75 years, my family has taken pride in this great responsibility, and we are proud to have remained locally owned and operated for over 7 decades. When you purchase a Pepsi in Eastern North Carolina, you are supporting your community and keeping those dollars right here in your own backyard. Support local, drink Pepsi, go Pirates.
Major League Baseball does a lot of dumb things, makes a lot of poor decisions, but they got this one right. It seems simple enough. Every team will play the other 29 next year. Of course, we have seen limited interleague play in recent years. Teams have been playing at 19 games against ball clubs in their own division every year. That's too many if you're a Detroit Tigers fan. You get a steady diet of the Cleveland Guardians, Minnesota Twins, Kansas City Royals, and Chicago White Sox. Moving forward, you'll only see those teams 13 times, a reduction of 6 games per year. Fans now will be able to see every team in Major League Baseball, and that should create more interest. Gone are the days of the American League versus the National League. In the old days, the two leagues had a hostility toward each other. Today, it's a different game, and next year's schedule will reflect it. Come on back again next time, and we'll visit inside the booth.
This is Carson Wissenhunt, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your personal and business needs. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. University PC Care is the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Thursday Night Football coming up tonight right here on Pirate Radio. Shirley's Dolphins taking on the Bengals. Also,
two at a time.
One college football game, BYU and Utah State. Cougars, big favorites in that one. Full slate of games coming up this weekend. Let's talk about it all with the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, Barstool Sports. He joins us today on the Pitt Electric Live Line. Big man, how you doing today?
Pretty good, Clip. How are you?
Doing great. Got Big Man on betting coming up 4 o'clock. Folks can watch that on YouTube. And my recommendation is to check out this program, and then at 6, tune over to YouTube and give Jeff a like and subscribe. And how's that going for you so far, a few weeks into it, Jeff?
It's going well, Cliff. I'm very happy with it. To be honest, it's doing pretty well on the YouTube channel. I mean, you know, the Pick Centrals and the Pick'ems are going to do really well. But outside of that, the show's, I think, really one of the more popular ones. So, yeah, hopefully people enjoy the info. I know Barstool at times is a lot of fun and comedy, but we try to bring it raw, and people like that stuff. You know, all the good content, good information. So we're pretty happy with it.
No doubt. Good stuff. Jeff Nadu joining us. Jeff, East Carolina taking a step back last week, especially on the offensive side. Defense played well enough to win that game, more than well enough to win that football game against Navy. So now the Pirates will try to bounce back after a loss. They were able to do it after a heart-crushing, heart-wrenching NC State loss. They bounced back with a win and a cover. Can they do it again against South Florida? This South Florida team has played a really tough schedule, and they don't have any results to show for it, really. Their only win coming over Howard. They have been beat down by Louisville and BYU, had a tight game against Florida. So interested to see what kind of South Florida team shows up. This game will be in Boca Raton. It has moved from 7 o'clock to 2:30, so it should be a pretty stale environment there in Boca Raton. So I don't know. How do you like East Carolina coming off a loss, South Florida coming off a blowout? What kind of game are you expecting on Saturday?
Yeah, I got to be honest. Like, I'm not sure I understand why is it moved from 7 to 2:30? If you can't play at 7, why couldn't you play at 2? I don't.
That I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, very odd. But that being said, first of all, this is a really just terrific spot for East Carolina. Obviously, I think anytime you get a team that, is a bowl team, a team that's solid and very good, anytime they lose, I think you have to look to play them in the next game. And this is the perfect team to take out some frustration against. I've talked openly. South Florida is one of the worst rush defenses I've ever seen at this level, honestly. And I'm not sugarcoating that. This is a disaster of a run defense. They're allowing 7.5 yards to carry. Okay, so think about that, Clip. You hand the ball from 1st and 10. You're generally going to face 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3. I mean, they're that bad on defense. They're not much better against the pass. This is an offense that is slightly better than they were last year, but let's not write home and act like they were anything last year either. This is a bad football team with a lot of issues. ECU, as you alluded to, veteran-led, good on offense. They have a good quarterback. We all know what they have on offense. But I think the big story this year for ECU is how good they've been on defense. They're only allowing 21 points a game. They've got a great run defense. Everything about this team says that I'm willing to go and lay numbers like this on the road. Throw in the fact, again, it's off a loss. I also think that whole hurricane situation works out real well for you here. I mean, remember, ECU will not be affected whatsoever by travel or anything weird. You have to think the routine was probably screwed up significantly for people at South Florida, for players at South Florida. Throw in the fact that they probably have family that's affected by this. It's just kind of a rough spot for them. Their travel will be thrown off. You look at last year, 29-14. I expect ECU's offense to be a little bit better. I'm gladly going to lay 8.5. In fact, Clip, if ECU wins last week, I think this number is 12.5. I think anything under 10 is a very strong play. I think it's one of the best plays of the week.
All right, big man is on the Pirates. I like some -9 total at 57.5 in that game on Saturday. We'll be with you at 10:30 a.m. on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, taking you right up to kickoff. Jeff, let's look at some other college football. Game on Friday night, and boy, this is college football. This is sports 101. I mean, Tulane goes out to Manhattan, beats Kansas State, which, by the way, K-State bounces back with a win over Oklahoma. Tulane goes out, loses to Southern Miss as a big favorite. Now they got Houston, and I don't know what's going on with Dana Holgerson's guys down there. Houston is a 2.5-point favorite against Tulane. Totals at 55. And kind of a pivotal game here for these two teams if they want to make some noise in the American this year. Both have had their ups and certainly their downs here so far this season. What do you think about that matchup?
Yeah, so I'm looking at this total, and I'm still trying to understand why it's 54.5. I guess we're looking way too much, to me, at what we saw last week with Tulane and what we saw last year with Houston. I'm not sure what these odds makers are saying that I'm not. The truth of the matter is Houston has been a disaster on defense. I mean, they can't stop anybody. I don't know what I'm missing here. I know that Tulane obviously had a low-scoring game last week against or whatever that was against Kansas State, but that's just how Kansas State plays. They're still a really good offense. I mean, Michael Pratt's still a quarterback with wings and around. I don't think this is a defense that's very good. You look at this game last year, it's 40-22. I mean, there was no issues where Houston moved the ball. That's not been the problem this year. For Houston, the problem's been on the defensive end. And until they get that figured out, I don't think this defense is very good. I don't know why this total is 54.5. Maybe they're just seeing something that I'm not. But I'm gladly going to probably look towards an over in this game. Will I ultimately bet it? I don't know. But, Clip, listen to the last 4 games between these teams. 40-22, 49-31, 38-31, 48-17. I mean, all those games were with Michael Pratt generally at quarterback and a high-powered offense. I don't understand this total. I don't see it.
All right, look to go over in that one. Jeff, how about a big game for NC State here? And a big game for whoever wins this will have the driver's seat in the Atlantic. I heard Brandon Walker saying that this is a big game for national, college football playoff purposes. The winner of this NC State-Clemson game, if they do run the table, will be there at the end. So who comes out on top? What do you think of the line? Was it Clemson by 7, I believe I saw last?
Yeah, I got to tell you, I mean, I really respect Brandon Walker. I enjoy talking football with him. I couldn't agree more with him. I think, to be real honest, I think if Clemson can win this game, I think they're a group that, I don't know why we're not talking about this team to win, the entire thing. I grabbed them at 20-1 the other day. I think they have a lot of value, and I think if they win this game, that will drop and go to 10-1 probably. They have some games here. I mean, Florida State won't be easy. And obviously, Miami, but to get that game at home, this is, I think, their toughest test of the season. And this is absolutely a game that matters. We don't really know what Clemson is. I think we know what they are in defense. Okay?
Yeah.
This week, it was just a high-end game, a lot of high-powered offense there. But this is still one of the better defenses in the country. I blogged this week about how good I think this Clemson offense can be. You look at Clip, why they're able to be so good this year. They're playing a lot quicker. They're allowing DJ Olagalele to be in better spots. I think he's better on the run. And this offense has looked a lot different. 24 points a game last year. They're up close to 50 this year. I don't think they're going to score 50 a game, but they're still significantly better. He has 10 touchdowns. He only had 9 last season, the whole year. He only has 1 pick. This guy is a lot more comfortable in this offense. This is a big test, though. Obviously, you're going to have some hurricane rain there, some wind. I think it suits Clemson a lot more, though. I like the run game at Will Shipley. I think the defense comes back and plays really well here. If you listen to Dabo, the first thing he said all week and last week after that game was defense wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
Expect them to be much better this week. I'd lay 6.5 here. I think Clemson is really good, and this is a huge game for that team.
Total at 43, so they certainly have a lot of respect for that defense and, of course, the NC State defense. On that note, Jeff, I was super impressed with Wake Forest. We know what they are. They can't really stop anybody, but they can score, and I didn't know if they could score on Clemson, and, man, they were moving it up and down the field. They are 7-point dogs on the road at Tallahassee. We got to watch some of these Florida games and everything. I guess they're going to go on as scheduled, but keep an eye out for schedule changes, things like that. But, yeah, go ahead.
I think something I think, and I'm going to talk about this on my show, something that we have to get into is you cannot allow these local weather people to tell you to worry about Saturday. Another total I don't understand. If people are looking at the Clemson weather, okay, this game starts at 7 o'clock Eastern, okay, in Clemson, South Carolina. You know what the weather is, Clip, at 8 o'clock in Clemson on Saturday night? 62 degrees, no rain, 2-mile-an-hour wind.
Yeah.
That is not going to – those are pristine weather conditions. We have to stop. All these talking heads are going to tell you that you need to watch every game. Listen, the weather's not going to be bad in a lot of these games. I'm not real sure why this total is in the low 40s because Clemson's really good on offense. I think this is not a high-scoring game, but 42 seems too low. As far as the game in Tallahassee, another team I really like, Florida State. Obviously, we need to make sure that Jordan Travis is fully healthy this week. But this is another heavy, probably to me, this will be another high-scoring game for Wake. Throw in the fact that Florida State's really good on offense, too. This is a shootout. First to 35 wins to me.
Jeff Nadu joining us. Jeff, I know sometimes you like to go off the beaten path, but any interest in the SEC games this week? You got Bama on the road at Arkansas. It's a big number at 17.5, and then Kentucky, top 10 team on paper, heading into Oxford to take on Ole Miss. Ole Miss, a 7-point favorite in that one. Any action in the SEC headliners this week?
Yeah, Ole Miss has been bet up all week. I mean, this one is crossed over to 7 now. That's pretty important. I mean, if you like Kentucky, that can't be good for you. I like the under a little bit. That's starting to get bet down a little bit. I thought this was a game where it's just lower scoring. Typical SEC matchup, that kind of thing. But I like Kentucky a little bit, but I definitely am a bit concerned about the movement up to 7. That's a very strong move. I want to highlight a team, and then I just want to touch on Iowa quickly. I want to talk about a team that not a lot of people are getting into. This is really the guts of Division I, but I want to bring them up. UTEP. I'm pretty high on this team, Clip. I was really impressed with what I saw last week with them defensively. I went ahead and played an under last week in that Boise UTEP game. Came in pretty easily, but it was the fact that how good UTEP's defense was. This pass defense is terrific. They're very good up front. They're well coached. They're prepared. They've got a pretty solid quarterback in Jacob Hardison and some weapons. They're playing a team in Charlotte who cannot stop anybody. I mean, Charlotte's allowed 56, 41, and 42. And, Clip, let me tell you this. They allowed 41 to William and Mary, 41 to Georgia State. This is not a good football team. They've got some quarterback concerns right now with the quarterback, Chris Reynolds. I like UTEP. This team has been bet up all week. I like this UTEP team. I think they are a bowl group. This is a big game if you want to be bowl eligible. I like UTEP a little. Do you have time to talk about Iowa, Michigan?
Yeah, good.
I'm blown away at all the Michigan love I'm seeing. I'm not sure what people need to see from Iowa at home until they stop betting against them as a dog. I know they're not a good offense. I get it. I'm not stupid. I know about college football. But the truth is they're really good on defense. Michigan, I think, showed some real issues last week at the receiver position. I think, when you look at this spot, first road game for Michigan as well. A lot of people aren't talking about that. They have faced a nothing burger on defense. Colorado State, Hawaii, Connecticut, Maryland. Nothing to write home about. This is a major step up on the road. Clip, Kinnick Stadium, since 2000. Okay, Kirk Ferentz teams, do you happen to know a little bit about their teams? Do you know anything about how good they are against an underdog?
What's it look like?
Well, I'm going to tell you, Clip. Kirk Ferentz has played 15 games against top 10 opponents in Kinnick Stadium since 2000. They've only lost one of those games by more than 8 points, and that was to that Maurice Claret team in 2006 from Ohio State, coached by Jim Tressel, who would go to the national title game that year. This team does not lose. In fact, over the last 5 games, they've actually beaten 4 top 5 teams at home. The only loss was by 2 to Penn State. Okay, this team is too good to be getting double digits defensively in this game. I will gladly be on them. I'll gladly back this group. I think they're good enough. Michigan, first road game, bet against them.
All right. I will plus the 11, according to the big man. Jeff, we got Thursday Night Football tonight right here on Pirate Radio. 2 undefeateds remain, your Birds and Shirley's Fish. The Dolphins are underdogs, though, on the road tonight against the Bengals. What does that line tell you, that the undefeated Dolphins are dogs?
Well, that line tells me that the Bengals are going to win by a touchdown or more. And I hate to say that because I'm a big Shirley Rhodes fan. But, listen, I think the Dolphins are a gimmick. Sorry. I don't think they're actually going to win the Super Bowl. I hate to burst the bubble there, but, I mean, they shouldn't have beat the Chiefs. Now, I know a lot of people say, well, they did, and so be it. But, I mean, they were outgained in a lot of these games. Look, a lot of things have gone their way. And I think getting a guy like Tyreek Hill's huge. I mean, that helps a young quarterback so much. But this line is telling you all you need to know. The Bengals are my Super Bowl pick. We haven't talked at all about Joe Burrow. We just forgot about Joe Burrow. They're still a very good offense. They're still a good defense. Let's not let one half of football in the first game dictate what we know about Joe Burrow. I don't know if I'll bet this because I feel like I couldn't get it at 2, 2.5, or even 3. I'm not going to bet it at 3.5. I still think the number should probably be 4 here. The whole world loves the Dolphins. I'm going to kind of go the other way. The best team in the NFL right now is the Philadelphia Eagles, and after tonight they will be. Bengals, lay it, 3.5.
Jeff Nadu joining us. Big man, awesome stuff. If you want to hear more, check out Big Man on Betting coming up 4 o'clock as he will talk about what's going on, college football, everything in between. We got hoops coming up. I know you're fired up about that. We had ECU practice for the first time this week with Mike Schwartz, so got some basketball coming up, man.
Yeah, I saw. I was looking up some things, and I saw that Mike Schwartz and the boys had their first practice. So yeah, I'm looking forward to basketball. It'll be here before we know it. I know we were talking this week about getting the new Round Ball podcast started.
Yeah,
we got a great interview for the first couple of shows. So yeah, looking forward to it, Clip. Not far away. Jeff,
we'll see if we can track you down on Saturday, get you on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. But we appreciate your time here today, man.
I need you to find out why that game was moved. Very odd. But yes, absolutely, Clip. I'll be there.
All right, we'll get our investigative team on that. Jeff Nadu joining us today. Loves the Pirates coming up Saturday against the South Florida Bulls. We will take a timeout, come back, Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live. Ed on YouTube is asking, what is Brittany doing with her life? That is a reference. Chandler, what is that a reference to?
I have no idea.
Holy cow, Chandler. That's a reference to Mike Patrick calling a game on a Saturday night, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, in a crucial moment in the game, he says, what is Brittany doing with her life?
Is he talking about Britney Spears?
And the color analyst goes,
correct.
Brittany who? And he goes, Spears! What is she doing with her life? And the color analyst says, do we care? In fact, I want to play that when we return, Shirley. So we'll
I'll have to hunt it. I'll have to hunt.
We probably got it, but it's on YouTube. But we'll hit the Mike Patrick, Britney Spears. I remember watching that live as it happened, and it was phenomenal. All right, we'll take a break, come back. Kevin Monroe joins us on the other side. Talk Pirate football when we return after this.
So, how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So, Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
So, how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So, Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at ArcPoint Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust ArcPoint Labs to give you quick and accurate results for your laboratory testing needs. ArcPoint Labs provides insights and solutions to enable individuals, businesses, and communities to make informed decisions on their health, safety, and well-being. Visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina ArcPoint Labs locations or go to arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why I'm here. State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer and my team are here to help you go for 2 by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score some savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville wants you to make this a September to remember. Come check out the huge selection of new cars and trucks as the inventory is back, and so are the incentives. It's Ram Power Days at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, and they've got 0% for 72 months on Ram Bighorn and Laramie trim models. Or you can save up to $8,000 on select Ram 1500 crew cabs. This is the best truck offer you'll find anywhere. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep needs to make way for the 2023 model. So September customers will get huge savings. That's saving up to $8,000 on a new Ram now. Oh, and you'll also find a great selection of new Jeeps. Save up to $3,000 on a new Jeep Gladiator and save up to $5,500 on select new Wagoneers.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep across from the crack barrel in Greenville. Come see us.
Offers do not include tax tags and $7.99 admin fee. Customers must qualify for all applicable rebates. See dealer for details.
Winslow's is now Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room with a brand new look. Fifth Street Hardware also has a new menu and serving lunch and dinner every Tuesday through Sunday and brunch starting at 10:30 on Sundays. What else is new? Well, they have poker every Tuesday night, Trivia Wednesday with DJ Captain Morgan, and on Friday and Saturday nights they have live music open till 2 a.m. serving light appetizers all night long. New look, new name, same location on Fifth Street. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for more specials. Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years, and you can shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for Pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. We'll talk some hoops later on this hour with Cy Seymour, as he will join us on the program. Also, touchdown, a.k.a. halftime, a.k.a. no quarter, Tony Collins will join us at 5 o'clock. Talk Pirates, talk NFL. Got a giveaway for you as well. Chandler, why are you staring at me?
Well, you mentioned giveaways. I was going to bring up this. Was just informed. We ask people all the time here on Facebook Live and YouTube Live to smash the like and smash the sub.
Mm-hmm.
How about you smash the follow button on Instagram? I was just informed that we are 12 followers away from 16.5 thousand followers.
All right. Do it now. Personally, I'm not much of a grammer.
That's fine.
But a lot of folks are. I'm more of a tweeter, and then some of you folks aren't.
That's fine.
It's everybody. Hey, whatever you want, it's out there for you.
And by the way, it benefits you because when you follow us every Wednesday, we have a giveaway.
A giveaway.
For your chance to enter and win big on the Station for Winners Pirate Radio. By the way, uniform alert, uniform alert, uniform alert. No, not for ECU, but for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh
I wonder if they have a white helmet curse.
Oh, my God.
They're going all white tonight.
Who cares?
Against the Dolphins.
Who cares?
We have another uniform alert. We have another uniform alert.
Who cares?
On Sunday, the Washington Commanders.
Oh, who cares?
Are wearing all black uniforms. They're going to be debuting their all black uniforms, baby.
You know what? If every team in the NFL stopped worrying about uniforms and focused on football, then every team would be undefeated right now. But last time I checked, 16, count them, 16 teams lost last week. Probably because they're focused on uniforms. I don't get it.
Disgusting.
I don't get
Disgusting.
it. I don't even know why people wear clothes.
And the other 16 teams that won are lucky to win after wondering what they're going to wear with their uniforms.
Think about this. Think about everybody you encounter during the day. What are they all doing? They're wearing clothes. They spent time picking out a wardrobe, combing their hair, putting on makeup, doing all these things that don't matter, when really what we should do is roll out of bed, butt naked, and go on about our day and save that time and focus on our jobs, on our families, on what's important. Stop focusing on stuff like wearing clothes. Am I right?
You're right.
Thank you.
I want to read your tweet the other day because it was funny. My lawyer came into court wearing a tie. Hey, pal, less tie-tying, more reviewing my case.
Mm-hmm.
The lady cutting my hair was wearing makeup. Hey, Rhonda, you cut my hair with your hands, not your bulldog face.
Ooh.
My preacher was wearing a suit. Hey, guy, get me into heaven, not GQ magazine.
Am I right? We focus on these things. Why are we so focused on wearing clothes? We need to focus on winning football games. And that is my satirical take for the day. Shirley.
Yes, sir.
I'm not the only lunatic out there, because Mike Patrick's still out there.
Why, yes, he is.
And Mike Patrick was on ESPN the worldwide leader of sports. BCSPN got him. And he was calling a football game. And this is a SEC football game, primetime Saturday night. I believe it's in overtime.
It is in overtime.
Crucial moment.
It is 23-20.
Who's playing?
Alabama and Georgia, and I believe Georgia is going either for a field goal or it doesn't matter what they're doing. It is a prime time in that football game. It is crunch time. It is a serious moment in that football game, and this is what he had to say.
I have an important question. Go ahead. What is Brittany doing with her life? Who? Brittany. Brittany who? Spears. What is she doing with her career? Why do we care at this point? Is she here? I don't think so. Is she a football fan? Oh, I'm sure she is.
Was this a bet? Or like sometimes I'll say, give me some things to say during the pregame show, and you just throw them in there. Did somebody say, hey, Mike, if you bring up Britney Spears tonight, I'll give you $500?
Mike Patrick had to have been in an interview where the interviewer had to have asked him, hey, Mike, what the hell were you thinking when you were asking about Britney and her life and her career when it's 23-20, Georgia versus Alabama in overtime?
What a weird.
What a random question.
Now, in his defense, there was a pause in the game. I don't know if there was a timeout at that particular moment.
But it's still random.
It could be that he thought, I've said just about everything there is to say about this game, and just
talk pop culture.
Yeah, let's talk pop culture.
What's Snoop up
I mean,
to?
it was completely random, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, you know as well as I do, Clip, sometimes when you're doing a show and all of a sudden you realize you have more time to fill and you're like, I got nothing.
I probably, in that case, would have just looked at the stat sheet and brought up something about the kicker or the teams
maybe
playing.
he just had, one of those...
Why is Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart hanging out together? What's up with that?
I mean, he could have had a brain hiccup.
So Ed on YouTube is the one that brought it up. What is Brittany doing with her life? And then he also said, probably our favorite line there, is she here? Is she here?
So many great lines.
I don't think she is.
Spears. News Now Carolina says, please keep your clothes on. Here we go. Somebody more focused on clothing than getting the job done. Somebody goofing off on YouTube while they're from News Now Carolina. Shouldn't you be looking at the news? Maybe you should focus on that.
Right now. Shouldn't you be looking at the news?
Now?
In Carolina?
Why would they do that?
We took them to task.
They look a little salty.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
You should be looking at the news right now in Carolina.
No.
Mike P says people who waste time washing and dressing are afraid of the grind. Exactly. Exactly. You said it. Shirley, let's go to the Pit Electric Live line. Because we got football to talk about. Enough Britney Spears, enough uniforms, enough clothing, enough News Now Carolina.
Now, here's an important question.
Now, here's
what is Kevin Monroe going to be for Halloween?
I'll get to that if you'll let me get to the interview. We head out to the Pit Electric Live line and talk to Kevin Monroe, former Pirate, color analyst on the Pirate Sports Network. He joins us today on Pirate Radio Live. Kevin, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well, Cliff. I hope you are.
Yes, sir. Doing well, and hopefully the Pirates will get back on track this Saturday. And frustrating one last week, Kevin, and listened to quite a bit of it. Was able to watch some of it as well. And man, I guess we'll start offensively. We had talked about how this offense was moving in the right direction, and I really thought back to our conversation last week when you said Holton Ahlers had done a great job of decision-making, and then, oh no, throws across the body, the Cardinals send for a quarterback late in the game. You had a Rajay fumble in there, a missed field goal. Just, man, everything that could have gone wrong went wrong for the Pirates there and lost, and now we sit here 2-2, Kevin. What'd you think about Saturday night?
Well, you certainly can't give a team like Navy extra possessions, right? They're not the Navy of old where they just kind of eat up yards and go up and down the field and score a bunch of points, but they are still Navy, and they can still get 3 or 4 yards a pop. And so they're going to maintain time possession. They're going to get more first downs than you. They're going to move the chains. And so any opportunity you have to keep the ball, stay on the field, keep your defense fresh, and go score points, you have to do it. And so those 2 turnovers were huge. You know, the whole Nailers one, obviously, you're going down to try to have a chance to win the game in regulation. And you make that throw, and I think it's 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. You're scrambling. You can probably get the first down. And it seems like every time we are discussing a Holt Nailers decision that maybe didn't go so well, you're always like, he could have ran and got it. And so,
yeah.
you know, you hate thinking like that, and you kind of want him to just err towards, if I'm not sure, just run. And I get that Coach Kirkpatrick is probably telling him, we don't want you to hit that much, you know, throw the ball away or whatever. But late in the game, 4th quarter, game's on the line, just run, see what happens. And so didn't work out. Raji Harris has a fumble as well before that. And so, yeah, you said it all. You can't turn the ball over against a team like Navy because you're going to lose those possessions, and those possessions are very valuable.
Kevin, what overall was that defense? And they came into the game with some good defensive numbers, but what did they do to slow down this Pirate offense? What did East Carolina not do on Saturday that they had done the previous 2 and really 3 weeks of the football season offensively? I mean, can you put your finger on it?
It's hard to say. It's a good question. I will say this, as a defense coordinator in college football, the FBS level, if you have 2 weeks to prepare for a team, you don't come up with a good scheme, that's on you. And so, you know, it seemed like they just did a good job of getting in Holt Nailers' face, forcing him out wide, scrambling, you know, not allowing him to get comfortable. And so he just never got into the groove of the game. And it was unfortunate because the passing game never really got going. Outside of Isaiah Winstead, no one else really did a whole lot on Saturday. And so it was rough. Rajay got going early, and it was good to see him have some good runs. But, you know, Keaton didn't get going, and then he got injured. And so you lose your big play threat from the offense. And so, yeah, they just got bogged down. And I felt like the creativeness of the offense, of the play calling, kind of got a little bit stagnant at the same time. And so, all in all, the offense just looked like it took a couple steps back on Saturday.
Yeah, no doubt. Defensively, Kevin, you hold Navy under 3 yards a pop. You play well enough to win. They give up plays in the passing game. We talked about that last week. It happens. We knew it would. But, man, Navy really hurt them on some 3rd downs and some big passing plays. But overall, Blake Harrell's side, you could tell they were prepared for the triple option attack, Kevin.
Listen, you end regulation after giving up 17 points and under 300 yards rushing against Navy. You've done a great job.
Yeah.
So hats off to Blake Harrell on that defense. You know, the dive play was pretty much non-existent. You know, the quarterback run, they got us a few times. The pitch man got around the edge once or twice. But for the most part, when they ran the football, the Pirates were there to contain it. But they snuck in some crucial 3rd down pickups, as you mentioned. They had the one long pass play, and the Pirates answered that pass play offensively, so that one didn't kill you. But, man, you just feel like if you give up 17 points, you should win that football game, and that onus has got to go on special teams and the offense because they've got to find a way to generate some points because the defense did play well, and they were out there on the field a lot.
Kevin Monroe joining us. Pit Electric Live Line will be East Carolina, South Florida this weekend in Boca Raton. And, Kevin, when you think about football and hurricanes and those two things intertwining, does that bring back some memories for you?
I'm telling you what, and being displaced and playing in a different stadium, absolutely. Obviously, Hurricane Floyd in 1999, my senior year, getting ready to play Miami, and all of a sudden we're playing them instead of in Greenville, we're playing them in Raleigh at NC State, and everybody knows that story. So, yeah, I've been there. I know what this is like. You hate it for those kids that make their homes in Tampa, and you know, I don't know how bad some of their apartments and houses and things are, how much they got affected, how much flooding there is going on. But I know obviously Greenville got crushed back in 1999. So you're happy that you get a chance to play some football and get your mind off of what's going on in the state of Florida. But you can't get away from it. You're going to be thinking about it, and those guys will be thinking about it. And then also you kind of steal a home game away from them, right? You know, I mean, USF is one of those schools. It's kind of a commuter school. There's not really a huge home field advantage anyway. But then you move that game to Boca, I think they had 31,000 against BYU, like 28,000 against Howard. They're not having that in Boca. And so all of a sudden you steal a home field advantage away from them, and that's tough when you're in college football because you only get so many home games.
Kevin Monroe joining us, Pit Electric Live Line. And Kevin, when you hear about distractions, and it can be school, it can be family, it could be female related, and it could certainly be storm related. Does that stuff, do the distractions come in like during the week? I imagine when you're on the football field, you said it's kind of a chance to forget about it, right? But if there are distractions, does that kind of hurt you in preparation? When does that creep into your mind? How did it affect you back then?
Yeah, I guess it depends on how big the distraction is, right? If it's a hurricane, then you're just not getting rid of that. I mean, you're thinking about, is my family okay? Is my property fine? Like, what's going on back home? Like,
right.
That bothered all of us. I mean, if you remember in that game, we got down pretty big in that game, and we had to rally back. And so you could tell that we had some distractions going on. If it's a fight with a girlfriend, or you made a bad grade on a test or something like that you can get past on the football field. But the bigger, the harder it is. We had people that had problems back home. Maybe a parent pass away or something like that happened, and you could just tell. They weren't the same during that game. So you're kind of taught as a student athlete to kind of compartmentalize things. When you're in class, you're in class. When you're on the field, you're on the field. But it's hard, and so you will be susceptible to some types of distractions. Just depends on how you handle it.
For you younger Pirates that have heard Kevin Monroe on broadcast but never seen him play, Kevin, were you guarding Santana Moss or Reggie Wayne or both in that game?
Both. I was on Reggie Wayne more often, and Forrest Foster was on Santana Moss more often. But yeah, I had to guard them both, and so it was pretty crazy. Matter of fact, I met Reggie Wayne later in life, and I kind of said to him, "Hey, do you remember that ECU game?" And he didn't think it was as funny as I thought it was, but that was a fun game for us.
No doubt. Kevin Monroe joining us. Kevin, South Florida comes in here. Boy, they're a wounded animal right now. They got blown out by Louisville, and then 2 weeks ago they have the ball with the chance to beat Florida. So I tell you what, battle tested is certainly a phrase you can use with this team. They've already played BYU, Louisville, and Florida. They lost those games. Their win came over Howard, so they're looking for their first FBS win. And they, I don't know, it's kind of tough to look at their numbers right now, Kevin. They played some really good teams. Their defensive numbers really bad on paper.
Yeah, not so good. They're not so good. They gave up, well over 500 yards in game one against BYU, 386, I think, on the ground, and 2+ through the air. I mean, you can't start a season like that. They bounced back, against Howard, obviously, in Florida, play a little bit better. And you take a team like Florida down to the end, you're doing something. And obviously, it's an in-state. I won't call it a rivalry because, obviously South Florida's probably never even beaten Florida, but it's at least people that have been recruited by the same coaching staffs. They went to the same high schools, and so there's lots of similarities there. And so you want to go out there and play your best, similar to ECU playing NC State or Carolina or somebody like that. You want to go out and play your best. So the guys had a lot on the line, and then you have that huge letdown, and then you go play Louisville. It's just, it's tough to bounce back from that. I've done it before in my career where we've had a big win or close to having a big win, and then the next week is kind of a trap game. So those things happen. I would err on the side of saying that this South Florida team is as good as they were against Florida and not as bad as they were against Louisville. So I would expect somewhere in the middle, but I think they're going to play much better against the Pirates.
Yeah, and expecting an East Carolina bounce back as well after the loss to Navy last week. We're talking to Kevin Monroe. Kevin, how about them Cowboys win the other night? And the line for Washington-Dallas is only 3, so I'm glad Vegas knows something I don't, because this Commanders team can't block anybody right now. I don't know how they block Parsons and company coming up on Sunday, but the first time the Commanders will take on the Cowboys. Still weird to say, right, Kevin?
It is weird to say. It'll be interesting. I obviously was excited to see them beat the Giants. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't think the Giants were very good on offense. Sans, Saquon Barkley, and they don't block anybody. As you said, with the Commanders, we've had two straight games now where we've been lucky enough to place offensive lines that weren't very good with Cincinnati and the Giants. And so being able to put pressure on quarterbacks and stack quarterbacks will make a big difference in a football game. And so it allows the Cowboys not to have to score much points on offense because they're playing so well defensively. I don't know if that carries on into this game with the Commanders, but we'll see. I mean, 2 weeks ago it was Michael Parsons doing everything. This past week it was Armstrong and DeMarcus Lawrence. So I'm glad to see those guys stepping up.
And Kevin, the Eagles keep winning 3-0. You ready to say they're real? I am. How about you?
I mean, I've not been a huge Jalen Hurts fan in terms of I thought he could be the guy, but man, he's proven me wrong.
Yeah.
He is making play after play after play. And I don't know that he was doing this a year ago. He was taking off and running more often and wasn't making the big throws and wasn't as accurate as he is right now. But he's in the zone. And if he's playing like that, they're going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, Eagles and Dolphins, the last remaining unbeaten teams. We've got Dolphins-Bengals tonight right here on Pirate Radio. You can check that out tonight. Kevin, always enjoyed the chat, man. Chandler keeps wanting me to ask you this. We are about to enter the month of October. You know what that means? It's Halloween season for the Monroe family. So, Kevin, you got big plans this year?
I've got big plans. Tell him I've made all my purchases. I'm just waiting on things to come in the mail, and he is going to like this year.
Can't wait for that reveal. We'll have that for you later on this calendar year. Kevin, thanks for joining us today, man. Have a great weekend. We'll chat with you again soon.
Yeah, Clip, anytime.
There is Kevin Monroe, Mr. Halloween, and Chandler. Sounds like he's ready to go. I know he's not going to reveal it this early, but he's got plans for this year's Halloween. And for folks that don't know, Kevin has had some epic costumes in the past. We've posted those on social media. We'll have to bring that back this year for Halloween.
Oh, absolutely. He's been Michael Jackson. I want to say he's been Tiger Woods maybe. But he has got some stellar costumes, and he goes all out. Like, he doesn't like half-ass it. He goes all out, and I cannot wait to see what Halloween 2022 has in store for Kevin Monroe.
Let's take a break. When we return, Cy Seymour is back. We will talk some hoops on the other side of this timeout. But Cy Seymour, been looking forward to this one for a while. We'll hear from Cy when we return after this.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This isn't your regular cola, so this isn't your regular cola ad. No beach parties or family barbecues here, just Nitro Pepsi, the first cola ever infused with nitrogen. So forget everything you thought you knew about soda, because that nitrogen gives us a whole new experience. Think an infusion of smaller bubbles for a cola that's got a lighter, smoother texture. And don't get me started on the pour. You don't pour this like any other cola. We're talking turn the can completely upside down and watch as those bubbles cascade into the glass to create a frothy, luxurious foam topping. Can your cola do that? I didn't think so. Unless you've got your own Nitro Pepsi, in which case, cheers to your great taste. Because you already know that the only thing better than the pour is the unapologetic cola taste. What else is there to say? From the creamy foam to the smooth texture to its unbelievably delicious flavor, this is cola like you've never had it before. Time to bring your taste buds to the next frontier. Nitro Pepsi. Smooth, creamy, delicious.
Iron Eagle here from Thursday Night Football on Westwood One. Coming up from Cincinnati, Joe Burrow and the Bengals take on the perfect 3-0 Dolphins. Last week, Tua Tagovailoa and Miami picked up a big win over the Bills, while the Bengals claimed their first victory of the year at the Jets. Join Hall of Famer Tony Baselli and me for all the action on Thursday Night Football.
Right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back. If your first bet doesn't win, just sign up with the promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code WIN for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
CD's Grill on Fire Tower Road in Winterville is now open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. until 7:30 p.m. You heard right. CD's Grill is now open for dinner. CD's Grill is famous for its great breakfasts, terrific country cooking lunch specials, and now CD's Grill is open for dinner Monday through Friday and for breakfast on Saturday. CD's Grill has great Carolina cheeseburgers and an 18-item salad bar. Whether it's for breakfast, lunch, and now dinner, make it CD's Grill on Fire Tower Road in Winterville, the best country cooking around.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is the home of the best margaritas. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Tuesday for the Gulf of Mexico, a huge 38-ounce lime margarita for only $8.99. On Thursdays, relax and enjoy half-price pitchers of Chico's house margaritas. Choose from lime, strawberry, blood orange, raspberry, or peach. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
This is Xavier Smith, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Have you heard Winslow's is now 5th Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room. With a brand new look, 5th Street Hardware also has a new menu and serves lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday, plus brunch starting at 10:30 on Sundays. What else is new? Well, 5th Street Hardware now has poker every Tuesday night and trivia Wednesday with DJ Captain Morgan. It's a new look, a new name, but the same location on 5th Street right beside the State Theater. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
All right, I want to get over there for some poker sometime. Sounds fun. And they have some good grub. I've had the wangs, chicken and waffles. Chandler's a patty melt guy.
Oh, the patty melt is to die for.
Got some great food over there at 5th Street Hardware. All right, welcome back into the show. We have talked football, but basketball season is approaching. First practice for East Carolina earlier this week. We heard from Mike Schwartz. Let's talk to the man with the plan, Cy Seymour, who joins us on the Pit Electric Live line. Cy, great to talk with you, man, and it's a good day to have Cy on. We got a storm rolling in. We got the Pirates coming off a loss, so Cy, we need some of your positivity today. How you been doing, man?
I'm doing great, Clip. Everything's doing fine, and this time of year, you got everything going on. You got 61 home runs by the Yankees. You got basketball going, baseball going, football going. Hard to beat this time of year.
Yes, sir. Very exciting time, and I was excited to see East Carolina on the hardwood earlier this week, beginning practice, and we heard comments from Mike Schwartz. And Cy, first of all, have you got to know Coach Schwartz since he's been here, and just your overall thoughts on him going into year one here at East Carolina?
Clip, I have to tell you, I've gotten to know him, and also, generally speaking, I would go to maybe one workout this early and then start hitting workouts earlier. I've probably been to 5 or 6 workouts because he's a pleasure, and he is a really good basketball coach, and we've had great coaches. I'm not knocking anybody, but this guy here welcomes you. He wants to get it done. He is a tremendous teacher. Clip. He takes the court off and gets his spacing correct for his players. He doesn't allow foul language. He doesn't use it. They don't use it. And look, I'm just saying this is his theory, and he also teaches tremendously. I mean, it's fun to watch. I'm just telling you, I'm a guy that's seen them all and love everybody. I think, when you look at it, the only one I walked out of anything that I said, this guy's cut above was Chris Beard when we lost to him at Arkansas State.
Yeah.
In Las Vegas. I left there saying, that guy there is on a plane that we aren't on yet. And listen, we had great coaches. This guy's on a good plane. I'm telling you, he is a good basketball coach, surrounds himself with good assistants, but he's got a tough task this year.
Cy Seymour joining us. I remember listening to that ECU Arkansas Little Rock game and being frustrated, and you talking about Coach Beard, and you look at where he is today. We had Patrick Mason on from the Daily Reflector yesterday, also Stephen Igo, and I said, were you able to see anything out there when you were there? And Patrick said a whole lot of running, and running, and it sounds like you said that Coach Schwartz drives a tight ship over there, and the guys, if nothing else, are going to be well conditioned and ready to go, because we talked about it day one with him. He preaches defense side, and that's his bread and butter, his MO, right?
Yeah, it really is, and believe me, they do a lot of good things other than run. I know that's what they saw yesterday, because I was there. But when you really watch his drills for defensive efforts, and his philosophy on how they're going to defend stuff late in the game or in certain situations, it's really good stuff. The biggest problem right now, the challenge is none of these guys have played together except the four from ECU that are returning. I mean, it's just that kind of situation. I was looking at the stats, and I've mentioned this before to you this summer. ECU made 124 threes in the conference schedule. They're only returning 12 or 13 threes out of 124. So you don't have a lot back. I would say in every category, probably 80 to 90% and above are not coming back. And so he's got the opportunity to bring in kids and get used to his philosophy. But the problem with it is they've not played a lot together. And on this level, they have on this level, but they've not played together. So he'll blend it. But I can assure you this, and I really mean it. People need to be patient with this coach and this coaching staff, because they're that good. They're really, really good coaches. And if you meet them, you will like them, and that's why their recruiting's been good. They are very good at what they do.
Cy Seymour joining us on the Pitt Electric Live line. You mentioned some returners from last year's side, and then heck, it's nice to see a few sophomores on the roster. R.J. Felton returning, Brandon Johnson, as well as Javon Small, Luigi DeBow also from last year as well. And then you've got a load of newcomers, Cy. So have any of the new faces caught your eye so far there in workouts?
Oh, yeah. First of all, I think Javon Small, you got to look at him first, just on coming back. I think you're going to get good minutes out of him at the point. I think he could be a really established guy for him. I think Brandon's going to play well, and Luigi's going to play. Luigi wasn't there yesterday because he was, or the other day when we had practice, because he was in class. What a wonderful guy he is. And I think, who am I leaving out? The four guys.
Did you mention Brandon Johnson, R.J. Felton?
Yeah. They're all going to help ECU. RJ's just a tremendous athlete. But the key guy, I still say that it will always be, if we can get him right, is the transfer from Boston College. If we can get him right, Winston Tabbs, and I think he is, he's ready to go, but they're going to bring him slow. That kid, listen, that's an all-ACC kid, and he's going to help them.
And Cy, it's been frustrating just because we haven't seen him. I mean, he's been here and just hadn't been able to go. I know he's more frustrated than anybody, obviously, but there is some thought that we could finally see him on the court this season, right?
Yeah, there is. And the first thing I do when I go is I go to him, Winston, and I say, "Are you ready? How are you feeling?" And he says, "I'm close." And he said, "I think it'll be a couple of weeks." When he says it. But then you go to Nate Clark, who's one of the best in the business. He said, "Nate, when will Winston be ready?" He said, "We're going to bring him slow, but he's getting there." In other words, it's all optimistic this year. It was not last year. You knew he wasn't going to be ready. You knew this year, I think he's going to be ready to play. But all you got to understand, he hadn't played in 2 to 3 years. So game time, he's not quite ready. But you asked who I liked on newcomers. I like Azur, the 6'9" kid from Charlotte. I think he's going to help us in the middle. He's a good athlete. He plays hard, but he's young. He's a freshman. He's from Atlanta, but he's from Charlotte, but went to school in Atlanta. He's 6'9" and a really good, strong player. I love the wings in Ben Bayella. Ben Bayella has got a chance to be really special. He's long. He can handle the ball. He can beat you off the dribble. He can shoot it. He can defend. He's long, man. Early in one of the first practices I went to, he went baseline over everybody and dunked it, and it was kind of scary how high he got up and how easily he did it. So he's a level kind of guy that you say that guy can really play. And then, of course, you've got the young man that transferred in from Tennessee, who's Quentin DiMangi. He's going to help you. He's 6'5". He's strong. He's an athlete. So those are guys that are going to help ECU. I think the kid, Panetta from Spain, I think he's going to be a big help. He's strong. He's 6'7". You can tell he's a veteran-type player. He's going to help ECU. Walker, who's from Iowa State, he's long. He can play the point. He can defend people. He's going to help you. Surprise guy is Keith LeCount, the little guard from Los Angeles, about 5'8". No fear. He's going to come after you. He's going to aggravate you on the defensive end, and he can shoot. He's tough.
That's the guy I wanted to ask you about, Cy. He had, eye-popping numbers in high school. Yeah, and it's just crazy to get a kid with that much talent from California, and I guess part of the explanation is 5'8", right? He just probably gets overlooked by a lot of folks.
Yeah, that's what happens. And here's what usually happens. Everybody overlooks him. ECU, for example, in this situation, said, we'll take you right now. Then everybody's saying, God, we should offer him. That's what happens. I mean, and give credit to Coach Schwartz and his staff. They've been wonderful to work with, and they're great with kids. So I'm just telling you, they want to recruit North Carolina. And I think they've done a pretty good job of that. I mean, the kid from Charlotte, they called us, and I tell you, Riley Davis said, can you give us names of some maybe walk-on kids? And Todd and I were together. Todd's coaching at Johnson. He said, Dad, I don't think anybody signed Ellingsworth from Morehead City, West Carteret. He's a player. So we called over, and they have him in that next week. And they offered him the walk-on, and he came. And he's 6'9" and can shoot and go to the bucket, and he plays hard, but he's learning to play that game. Then they're working him. Then he goes up to Greensboro in the East-West All-Star game and gets 31 points, 20 rebounds, and he gives all the credit to the hard work from West Carteret, of course. But then he says the coaching staff at ECU has taught me how to play hard, and so that's my point. I'm going to leave out guys, but I can assure you the guys I've named are good. I think Sutherland will help them. Elijah Jones. They're younger, but the guys that stand out right now are really good players. But their walk-ons are good. Colin McKenzie's a good player. And again, like I'm saying about Jackson Ellingsworth from Morehead City, he's tough. But the guys I named in the first part, they're guys that have got to step up this year.
Cy Seymour joining us. Cy, you mentioned recruiting the state of North Carolina, and a lot of fanfare made this week when Jordan Vick committed to East Carolina. And do you or Todd, your son, have y'all know anything about this kid? Sounds like he's a player.
Yeah, I met him at the Navy game and his mom, and good. He's a very good student.
Well, that's why he committed right there, folks. We got Cy Seymour closing the deal. That explains it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no doubt about it. But got to meet him, and I also got to meet the big kid from Louisville. Jeepers. Anyway, let's get to this one first. This kid he plays in a good basketball area. First of all, you got to understand Nash County. When you're talking Rocky Mount, Southern Nash, Central, Northern, that's 4 good basketball schools, and they jumped on him hard. And this kid averaged 21 a game. He is a player. His coach is also on the football staff over there, Todd has known him for years. And Todd told Todd, he said, "This is a player. This is a big time player." So we're excited. I mean, if you're ECU, you're excited about that. Played for Montrezl Harrell's AAU team, but this young man's a player, Southern Nash, good student, top 20 point guard in the country. Now, he's a top 150 player, but top 20 point guard in the country. So, average 21 a game in a good area, good sign for East Carolina, and it's an Eastern North Carolina kid. That's a big-time recruit for ECU.
No doubt. Cy Seymour joining us, Pit Electric Live Line, talking some Pirate basketball as practice got underway this week. Looking forward to it, Cy, and the ever-changing landscape of college basketball, and I can't wait to get it rolling. You're going to be doing some TV games this year once again?
Yeah, I'm going to do the ESPN Plus games. I'll be the analyst with Patrick Johnson, who it should be a lot of fun, and look forward to it. And you know me. When you tip that ball up, I really like it, and I'm excited about where we are. But don't let anybody kid you. We lost 80 to 90% of everything we had, and then you look up, and Brandon Suggs is going to be playing for Central Florida. Against you. Really big moves in our league, in the American. That these teams up top, those top 4 teams are loaded. Our schedule is too hard, I think, personally. I think playing South Carolina on the road, I think playing Wilmington on the road, and I think Old Dominion on the road in the non-conference is difficult. These are top programs. And everybody said, well, you need to beat them. But when you're first starting out and you don't have the guys, it's a tough schedule. Trust me.
Yeah, going to be interesting to see what happens year one of Mike Schwartz talking to Cy Seymour. Cy, East Carolina coming off a loss to Navy in football. We're watching this Storm. The Pirates going to play in Boca Raton this weekend instead of down in Tampa. But what's your take on East Carolina football right now? Still a lot of games left, 2-2 coming out of this September homestand, and hoping the Pirates can turn it around from last week.
Yeah, it's what's frustrating is you could have easily been 4-0. I mean, that's how frustrating it can be. And let me tell you, football, I love it when people tell me, well, we're not us, but people will say, well, we're looking ahead to the next game. Nobody can look ahead to in any college game anywhere on any sport. You cannot do that. When people say that, you got to understand, you got to bring it every night in every game you play. I really, it drives me nuts. Like for example, state fans. Well, we probably were looking ahead to the no. You almost got beat. You're over the last 35 years. You're 8-6 against East Carolina, and we're the 8th. They're the 6th. So, and then we could have been 9-6. Now it's 8-7, and that's over 35 years of playing. Now you go back before that, and you played 17 straight in Raleigh. You got to take every game as a coach as it's the Super Bowl every game. I'm just telling you. And Navy played well. They had 2 weeks to prepare, did a nice job, and I thought we struggled a little bit trying to figure out what they were doing. Not anybody's fault. Navy had a different game plan and still had chances to win it. But going down to South Florida, I know our coaching staff. I know them. They'll be ready. They'll be solid. They're a solid football team. And, you just hope you win that game down there.
Cy Seymour joining us. Cy, I think my Carson Wentz jersey got lost in the mail. Have you got yours yet?
I haven't, but we're not dead yet. We're still in.
We're not dead yet. It's bad you got to say that after week 3, Cy.
I know. Well, Abe Lemon, you want to hear a great story. If you got a second, this is a great story. Abe Lemon, the great basketball coach, had great lines. And when he was at the University of Texas, Arkansas was his number 1 team in the league at that time. So he beats them at Texas, and now he's got to go back to them and go back to Arkansas. Where's the University of Arkansas located? Where are they?
Is it Fayetteville?
Fayetteville.
Yeah.
So he comes on the show, and he is in a casket. And he comes out of the casket, and they said to him, "You got Arkansas over there." He said, "We're not dead yet." Came out of the casket. And so then they asked him in the thing. He said, "Do you see any advantages of playing over in Arkansas?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "They have to live in Fayetteville. We get to go back to Austin." He didn't hold back.
Well,
Abe Lemon.
I guess the good news about this weekend is after the weekend, at least we still won't be Cowboy fans, no matter what happens in the game. So we got that going for us.
Oh, yeah. No, that's right. Look, and we can beat them. We got a lot of people hurt. We're getting there. Wentz is okay. We're okay.
We're okay. All right.
We're okay. And I think we could. I mentioned to several of the people at the practice the other day, Bailey and Meador and of course Pierce.
Yep.
I discussed my side of it. They don't listen, but I certainly discussed my side of it.
I tell you, they win a game and they're all out here like cockroaches. You just start to see more and more Cowboy fans, don't you?
Yeah. You'll see a hat every now and then now.
Oh yeah, you'll see a star pop up. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand it. I mean, they lose at home their first game, and now they're they're going to win everything.
Cy, always fun talking with you, man. Can't wait till hoops tips off and we can get you back on. If you're available, we'll come to you whenever we can get you on because we always enjoy the conversations. But great to catch up and talk a little basketball here in the middle of football season.
It's going to be a treat. And look, people need to support Coach Schwartz and his staff. It's a good group. And I look forward to it. And anytime you call, I'll come on and talk basketball or anything. You got me?
I got you, Cy. Thanks, man. And we'll talk again soon.
Good man. See you, Clip.
All right. We all needed that in our lives. Cy Seymour back on Pirate Radio, talking some basketball, talking some football, talking some Commodores.
And that kind of deal.
Commanders and Cowboys.
It's touchdown Thursday.
Thank you for that, Chan, man. All right, we got to get a break in. We'll come back. We will wrap up hour 2, get you set for hour 3 with touchdown, a.k.a. halftime, a.k.a. no quarter, Tony Collins. He'll join us in hour 3. We'll talk ECU, NFL, and more. A lot more to go. Pirate Radio Live after this.
Here today with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. Jeff, how's the service department?
Service is going great. Like I told you before, 2022 is the year of the customer. We've been voted #1 dealership in Greenville for 3 years in a row, and there's a reason why. For service, we still offer free pickup and drop-off, so we're trying to make it super convenient for the customer. And right now, our customers are repairing their vehicles more than ever.
How can people make a service appointment?
They can go to brownwood.net or dial 355-6080.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. The doors open at noon, 7 days a week. And the Buck has live music every night along with football. Monday is open mic night the first Monday of each month. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, it's acoustic night. Thursday, it's the dance party with DJ Kid Scene and live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for information and schedule of events. This season, party like a pirate at the Buck.
Are you ready for some football, Pirate Nation? Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times this football season, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun. Because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Get ready to have fun this season, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,500 people, and we're one of the largest employers in our community and region. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. And remember, education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools. Live and lead.
Hey, Ellerby, have you tried our new menu at Clean Eats? I was planning on going there today. Tell me what's new. First of all, you're going to love our new Melts. A Melts is a quesadilla folded over like a sandwich full of things like beef and queso and chicken parm. Scott, tell me you got more. Man, I do. We have pretzel bites with queso, our fabulous meat and taters wrap, and we even have Clean Eats mac and cheese, complete with beef or chicken on top. It all sounds awesome. I'm going to head over there now. Fantastic. I hope to see everybody at Clean Eats, 805 Red Banks Road, Arlington Village.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in eastern North Carolina. With homes in Blackwood, Mills Creek, Dalton's Cove and Farmville, and Belmar and Ayden, they're constantly expanding. Now to Laurel Glen and Sarah's Way, plus the new duplex community at Abigail Trails. BMS Builders can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or ECU football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. Call 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
Pirate Radio.
We'll strap it on with anybody, anywhere. It doesn't matter. I know this. I want to win or lose with the group that we have in our locker room.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you here on Pirate Radio Live, hour number 3. We might get to some Mike Houston, Donnie Kirkpatrick, Blake Carroll comments if we have time during today's program. If not, we'll certainly have it for you on Friday. Videos are available online if you look at our Facebook, YouTube, and make sure you're following us on Twitter and Instagram as well. Shirley Rhodes, CJ Schaefer, and Touchdown Tony Collins here joining Chandler and I. What's up, Tony?
Good.
Wearing the NFL alumni shirt today. Still a proud Patriot after how they've been playing?
I'm still a Patriot fan. I don't know about being proud.
I told you. I said, dang, Tony, it's bad when in this room the Panthers are the best team right now out of all our football teams.
I think we can beat the Panthers, though.
I would hope so.
A sad state of affairs. All right, I tell you what, Shirley, let's get some rage out.
Let's rage.
Let's open up the rage room because we were going to do this, and
this was weird.
We didn't even tell Tony that we were going to do this, and he said,
You guys got a rage room?
We're in the room.
We're in it right now.
You
hear the beating and banging and clanging?
Okay.
What did you say? Oh, you said I got a vent.
I need a vent.
I said, hey, you've come to the right place because we are going to vent right now inside the Anger Management Rage Room. You can go to angermgmtnc.com right now. Book your therapy session. We went earlier this week.
Yes, we did.
And took out our anger on some inanimate objects like cars, washing machines,
glass bottles,
televisions.
I went ham on that washing machine.
Chan went ham on a washing machine, and we'll have that video coming out soon. But it's a cool place to, Tony, instead of going out in the parking lot beating up a guy, go over there and beat up something legally, and you won't get in trouble. It's perfect, right? It's a great idea. All right, so let's go.
Hey, no laughing in the rage room.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's go around the horn and see what we got. First of all, this isn't a rage, but Adam, we were talking about Brandon Suggs with Cy Seymour a moment ago, and Adam said, I don't get why Suggs moved sideways and going to the Florida school, talking about UCF. Well, Adam, it's not for you to get. He didn't go for you. He don't care about you.
Don't care about you.
He don't care about me.
Nope.
It don't matter why he did it. He did it. It's over. Move on. I don't know. I get tired of complaints about kids decommitting, transferring, whatever. It's the circle of sports life. You just got to roll with the punches, man. You just got to roll with it. That's not even a rage. That's just a thought. Kenny says thanks for the therapy on the fifth quarter call-in show last Saturday. He was a mess.
He was upset.
Hey, Kenny, that's what we're here for, man. And now we're all doing good. Get that rage out. Brandon wants to call in like old times. Brandon Manning, call in. 317-12.
Call in.
All right. Who wants to start? Who's got a rage?
I have one. I thought I didn't have one, but I just remembered. So I'm watching TV. I've been watching this Dahmer stuff on Netflix, and a lot of people are not watching it. It's very disturbing. Just finished it last night. But I'm trying to watch a show, and I've got roommates. And there's the one roommate's on the couch, and I've got the TV going. He knows I'm watching the show. I'm into it. But he's watching videos on his phone, and it is at maximum capacity volume. And I'm trying to watch my show. And I almost exploded, but thankfully he turned his phone off and left. But I was like, dude, I'm trying to watch a show, and your phone is louder than the TV. What are you doing?
A lot of our rages deal with people not having situational awareness when they're in the...
he does not.
They're in the grocery store talking loud on the speakerphone. Be aware of your fellow man and woman around you when you're in these situations.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm glad you got that anger out, Chandler. All right. Anybody else? What we got?
We got Brandon Manning, baby. Brandon, what's up?
Brandon's on the Pit Electric Live line. Hello, Brandon.
What's going on, guys?
What's up?
So, you have the self-checkout. It's supposed to be for people with like one or two freaking items. So when you go in there and you got 4 carts worth of stuff, get the hell in the other line. Go let somebody check it out. And it happens at Sam's Club more than anything.
That's a good one.
And I guess every day at Walmart now, but at Sam's Club when there's plenty of lines over there and you bought your 37 pounds of chicken and 42 pounds of hamburger and 1,000 different things, don't do self-checkout when all I went in there for was like some rolls for church. Come on, man. Jesus Christ.
Man's got to get to church, Tony.
Got to get to church, man. Get out of the way. Go to the steeple.
You're right, Brandon. The self-checkout is basically the new 10 items or less line. Like, that is what it should be used for. It's kind of like using the drive-through for a full, like, Sunday meal with a family reunion. Go inside for that.
The problem is that all of these places now just basically are just self-checkout lines.
Yeah.
Like really, what's the difference now? Because there's no separation between your 10 items or less and your regular lines.
There's not a lot of humans there to help you out. So
there is, but I mean, you're at your food lines, your Sam Clubs, and things like that, where you still have a choice to where you're going and how you're checking out. Don't say 40 items in there.
All right,
that guy.
Brandon, that's a good one, man.
That's a good one, Brandon.
Good to hear from you, buddy.
Good to hear from you guys too.
All right.
Glad you're doing well.
All right, there's Brandon Manning. He left a lasting impact on East Carolina baseball.
Sure did.
And he joins us here today on the show. All right, Shirley, CJ, y'all got anything?
I do. I'm angry. I'm angry at the Steelers, and I'm angry at myself. I'm angry at the Steelers because Mitchell Trubisky is not a good quarterback.
No.
I'm angry at myself because I led myself to believe the Steelers could fix him.
Did you really, though?
I did. Well, I did to a degree. When the Steelers signed Trubisky, I didn't like it at first, but I kept talking myself into the idea that, well, Mike Tomlin, he's got a grip on these players. He's fixed other things. Look at Antonio Brown. Look at Le'Veon Bell. He can do the same with Trubisky. Didn't work. Trubisky's not good. And now if we want to sit Trubisky, well, we have to play our rookie quarterback who we believe is the future, but the offensive line is also not good, and he could get killed back there. So there's no end in sight. I'm angry at everything.
All right. Welcome to life without a quarterback in the NFL. You haven't experienced that in your life.
This is what it feels like to be you guys.
And now you're due. All right, Shirley, anything?
It's just a simple one. When you're in your vehicle and you're driving down the road,
don't open the door.
Don't open the no. That kind of goes without saying, although there are people out there driving that we probably need to give them a tutorial on how to properly open and close doors. There's this little stick thingy that kind of sits out just behind your steering wheel, and you can press down or you can press up, depending on which direction you would like to go.
Mm-hmm.
It's called your turn signal.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking use it!
Use it! Use it!
Friggin' use your turn signal. Don't be driving at 55 miles an hour and then all of a sudden hit your brakes and go, oh, gotta go this way. Because you're going to cause an accident.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hear, well, if you rear end them, it's your fault. I don't give a damn. Use your turn signal. That's what it's there for. It's called, look, if you don't know what a turn signal is, it's the little stick that makes the light go blinky.
Look, when you turn your car on, next time you go in, just start hitting everything. And this one's the stick.
Yes, the one usually it's on your left-hand side.
Right.
The one on the right-hand side is usually your windshield wipers.
There you go.
Use the turn signal.
Josh says, I've got a rage. Stop walking out into Elmhurst lot before the lot opens and put your chairs out to hold spots. Get back in your car and wait in line like the daggone rest of us.
I live right there beside Elmhurst, and I do watch people do that. So, Josh, if you need me to, next time I'm there and I see people do it, I'll just run up there and tackle them and tell them to get back.
All right.
Don't do it.
There you go.
Don't do it.
All right, cut the music. All right, we got 2 people. We got 3 people claiming Shirley just
I did not.
again.
I did not.
No,
we can go,
I don't.
no.
No, she didn't.
I did not. I said
I heard
freaking.
No, she said freaking.
I said
All right.
freaking.
We got people
We can
chiming.
go back to the tape.
You're not supposed to cuss on here?
Last time I went on a really big rage, I did drop an F-bomb.
Oh, okay.
I didn't mean to.
But you didn't get fired, though, nothing, right?
No.
Nah.
Well,
no,
I'm still
she's
here.
Okay, so I can cuss.
Oh, she
Yeah, you can go.
she dropped it. She dropped it big time, Tony.
I dropped it, and mentally I blacked out because I did not even it didn't register that I said it.
John
but
said-
this time I did not say it.
John says, check the tape. Another F-bomb.
I don't
Nope.
think so.
Kenny
Not-
says, did she say a bad word?
No, I said
Ever since that last incident, I've had the F-bomb radar every time she starts her rage. I'm like, all right, here it goes. And it didn't go off. We'll have to
It
check
did
the
not
tape,
go
though.
off. It did
All
not
right,
go off. I promise
Tony,
you.
I don't know if this is a rage, but you did say you want to vent. So what do you want to vent about?
Yeah, I mean, mine is not a rage. I think I heard some of you guys' rages, and I can understand that, but I need to talk about ECU football for a second. Can I get a minute?
You got
Couple
all
minutes.
the time in the world, Tony
All right,
Collins.
so what I'm about to say has nothing to do with Pirate Radio. This is not Pirate Radio. This is Tony Collins speaking. So if I offend anybody, if I hurt somebody's feelings, I apologize already. Apologize before I say it. So here's the thing. I'm going to do my best not to mention any names, but there's 2 things that we have to fix on ECU football. 2 things. The first thing is the play calling. The second thing is our special teams. Now let's talk about the players. We have probably one of the best defenses that we have around here in a long time. I've never seen guys get after it like they get after it. These guys are playing their butts off. We have probably the best talent on offense that we've had in a long time. We got great receivers. We got great tight ends that we don't use. We got 2 great running backs. We got a quarterback that's broken all the records, even though he's been here for 10 years, but he has all the records. But we do not have a play caller to put this all together. And I'm so disappointed I'm so disappointed for the ECU fans, and I'm so disappointed for the ECU players, because we got players that we should be 4-0 right now. And you know, I watched the game last week, and I'm just heartbroken that we lose to Navy. To Navy. It's freaking Navy. How do we lose to Navy? If we don't change those 2 things, we don't fix those 2 things, we're going to be 5-7 for the. That's going to be our record. We might win 3 more games if we don't fix those 2 things. You know, it makes me so upset for the players. You look at this, man. You got to laugh, because you know we got goofy. It's like the Disney World, Disney Channel. We got Goofy calling plays and Daffy Duck kicking field goals. I mean, it's just, we got to fix this, man. We got to fix this. Because if we don't, this will be the most disappointing season because of all the talent that we have on that football field. And for us not to be 4-0 right now, it's really a shame. And again, I apologize if I hurt anybody's feelings, but we got to fix those two things. If we don't fix them, now there's two ways we can fix them. We either get rid of the problem, or we do the shock treatment. You ever had the shock treatment done before?
I can't say.
Shock treatment.
Yeah.
You make a bad call, you get a shock treatment. You miss a field goal, you get a shock treatment.
Okay.
I mean, come on, let's get this thing right. We should be 4-0 right now. But we're not. We're 2-2. But again, I'm going to be behind the guys. I'm a Pirate for life. I'm disappointed right now, but we got to fix those two things. That's my vent.
All right. Well, Tony Collins, ECU Hall of Famer, passionate about this program and wants to see it succeed. And Tony, when you talk about the play calling, we talked a lot about the first down runs that went to nowhere a lot on Saturday night. I don't know. Is that in particular? What are you talking about?
You look at whenever we got in third down or maybe even second down, we got nobody in the backfield. And they're blitzing. They're blitzing every time, and all you have to do is have a running back in the backfield to pick up that extra blitzer, and then you throw routes. But we got everybody running downfield and Holden running for his life. I mean, you got to fix those things. I mean, are you going to tell me that Navy has more talent than we do? Impossible.
No way.
And those are things we got to fix. We march down the field and we get to the 3-yard line and we can't score. Are you serious? We drive 99 yards and we can't score. It's play calling. That's all it is. It's play calling. We have the talent to be a 4-0 team right now, and we're 2-2, and it's a shame. It's a shame for the fans. It's a shame for the players. And let me say this, and I'm going to stop. I played in a game my third year in the league, and against the Colts, and I had like 3 touchdowns, 150 yards rushing, went into overtime, and I got the ball and I fumbled the ball. The guy picked it up from the Colts, scored a touchdown. Now, who lost the game for the Patriots that day? I did. I mean, everybody came up to me, "Oh, Tony, man, you had 150 yards, you had 3 touchdowns, you did not lose the game for me." What game were you watching? I fumbled the ball, they run it back for a touchdown, and I lose the game. I lose the game. Not the Patriots, I lose the game. You got to understand something. Every football player, if you're a true football player and you ever get in that situation, I don't care what anybody says to you, how nice they treat you, or oh, it's okay. You know for a fact that deep down inside, you lost that game. Can't nobody tell you different. And here's the thing. When you are a player, it's the worst feeling in the world. I mean, I'm telling you, it's worse than your daddy dying. It's that bad. It was that bad for me, and I'm pretty sure it's bad. It's that bad for everybody else as a player. But you got to get over this.
Yeah.
And the kid's not over it yet. He's not over it yet. I mean, we got to fix it. I don't know. He need to go see a psychiatrist or see something. Something's got to happen. We got to fix it. We still got the shock treatment.
We talked about this too, Tony. First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, he might not be thinking about it. He might be hitting some 40-yard field goals. But what's going to happen next time in the fourth quarter? Game on the line.
You don't think he's going to think about it?
It's you. Everybody. We
all
are.
He's going to think about it. Are we, as a fan, am I going to have confidence? I'm going to say it's 4th and 14. Go for it. Don't kick a field goal. Go for it. Hey, man. And let me tell you, he's an ECU football player. I love him.
Yeah.
But we got to fix it. We got to fix it.
All right, Tony Collins, impassioned on today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. Got a couple other rages to get in real quick while Tony
simmers down.
CL says, when you're at a sporting event and you got those people who try to find a better spot and continually move around to other seats that aren't theirs, sit in your own freaking seats. All right, that according to CL. Chandler
got Michael on Facebook. He says, my rage is if you are leaving from the stoplight and you think you need to talk to the person next to you, don't hold up traffic by riding beside each other with your windows down at 3 miles per hour.
Hey, what's up? Good to see
man.
you. What you
hey,
got
how's
doing
the family? Family doing all right?
Yeah. Get a tag, get the number, call them up, but get out of the way.
Yeah.
Get out of the
people got to go somewhere.
way. Tony, let's get a break in. We'll come back. Can we bounce back? Can we put together a good performance against South Florida this weekend? We'll talk about that.
I'm nervous.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
We got Tony nervous. A lot more to go. Pirate Radio Live. We'll open up the booty bag, too, when we return after this.
So how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
So how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville has a brand new updated menu. Open from 4 to 9 Tuesday through Saturday and 11 to 9 on Sundays. Familia has a variety of pizza combinations and classic Italian dishes that are sure to tackle your taste buds. Enjoy Thirsty Thursdays with $3 drafts with several local brews on tap. And who doesn't love brunch? Familia has Sunday brunch from 11 to 2. Follow Familia on social media for their pizza of the week for just $12. Visit online at familianc.com. Familia, that's Italian for family.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles for my friends at Ed Watkins Marine. I've known Ed personally for years, covering his winning performances on the football field and on NASCAR's pit road. Now Ed is winning on the water, and you get to win too. You win with awesome prices on boats from Ed Watkins Marine, and of course, great service after the sale. If you're looking for a new boat, contact Ed Watkins Marine today. They will deliver anywhere. Find them online at edwatkinsmarine.com and tell them the voice sent you.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owners insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
This is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. If you're looking to purchase a home, it is still a great time, and being pre-qualified before you begin shopping is an advantage. At Angel Oak, we offer a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans that can fit most financial situations. To get started, contact our experienced team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
With over 30 locations across North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, Quality Equipment is your local John Deere dealer, where you'll find everything you need for your next project. Our complete lineup of John Deere lawn and garden, agricultural, and commercial worksite equipment comes with years of experience, expertise, and dedication. We know what it takes to get it done right. Stop by today or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
Hi, this is Parker Bunch. When I'm not hitting dingers or going viral, I'm listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in eastern North Carolina since 1937. Shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And Clip, I went back to the videotape, a.k.a. audio tape.
You did not curse.
I did not curse. I did not drop an F-bomb.
I didn't think you did.
And Tony can attest to that. He heard it. And CJ can attest to that. He also heard it.
All right.
It was frickin'.
Frickin'.
But it was said really fast, but it was not an F-bomb.
All
I
right.
don't have any freaking turns.
So you're not getting me today.
We're having a freaking game.
We're having a freaking
The
game.
bus is not running me over today.
And we are having a game this weekend. Tony, where is that game going to be played?
In Boca Raton, right?
Boca Raton.
You got it. And 2:30 kickoff. The time has changed. So this really didn't affect East Carolina much as of now. As far as prep goes, they practiced all week. They'll fly out tomorrow. Really no change for them. So that's a good thing. South Florida was affected because they had classes canceled. They had to relocate basically out of the Tampa area. South Florida, they are 1-3, Tony. Their only win came against an FCS opponent, Howard. But they have played maybe the toughest schedule in America. They played BYU, at Florida, and also at Louisville. So a tough schedule, and they've taken their lumps. They fought against Florida, had a chance to win at the end, did not, and then they got blown out by BYU and didn't even score a touchdown against Louisville. A stat that I know is going to change on Saturday because it's due to change, and it's just going to change. South Florida is the only team in the country that has not thrown a passing touchdown in 2022.
Wow.
Yeah. Their quarterback has no touchdowns, 6 picks going into this game. Now, having said all that, Tony's still nervous, and we all are probably at this point. East Carolina's a 9-point favorite. How do you think they bounce back on Saturday, Tony?
I mean, it's got to be our defense right now. I mean, the defense got to get turnovers. I mean, the kid from South Florida hasn't thrown a touchdown pass, which is great, and I hope he don't throw a touchdown pass on Saturday either. But our defense is going to keep us in the game. Maybe things will work. Offense will start clicking.
Well, the offense, I feel like, was clicking and just took 8 steps back on Saturday.
I've watched every game this year, and we've had our spurts where we go down the field and we boom, 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 and then we run plays where I was like, why we do that? Why we do that? And we beat Campbell.
Yeah.
What's the other team we beat?
Old Dominion.
Elon.
Yeah. I mean,
but even against State, we couldn't run the ball. I was impressed with the passing game.
I was impressed with the passing game too, but that's what I'm saying. It's not consistent, man. I mean, it's just, and especially when you play a team like North Carolina State, and when you play a team like Navy, which you can't tell me that Navy was supposed to stay on the field with us, not with our talent. So I look at the players. I mean, I don't know if the players weren't up to play. The defense was.
Yeah.
So I don't know why the offense wouldn't be up to play. So I can't put that on Coach Houston that he didn't have him ready to play because the defense was playing. So I mean, it's going to come down to our defense pulling it out for us this week.
So just no confidence right now in the offensive side of the ball.
And that's the problem because we have so much talent on our offense. It's just incredible. We have the best offensive. That's maybe not the best offensive receiver that we ever had at ECU, but as far as a group, it's got to be up there as the top 3.
The skill positions look stacked right now. We love our running backs. They're going to get Keaton Mitchell back this week. He's been practicing. Him leaving the game certainly didn't help, but with the numbers Winstead has put up, and we've seen Jalen Johnson and C.J. Johnson and the tight ends.
Our tight ends, man. Our tight ends. We are not. Our tight ends are not touching the ball enough. I mean, we have tight ends that can go anywhere in the nation and probably start on a team, a Division I team.
Tony wants to see more from this offense. I gotta think and hope that it gets clicking again this weekend.
I'm hoping too, man.
Yeah,
I'm hoping too.
All right, let's talk a little NFL. So, who's starting for the who's the Patriots quarterback?
Who's their quarterback?
Believe it or not, folks, Brian Hoyer is still in the NFL, and he's going to be starting if Mac Jones can't start this week.
And he's a Patriot.
Yeah, he's played in the league for maybe about 19 years. You know how many starts he's had? Look, I won't put starts. You know how many starts he's won?
How many? Do you
None.
know? That ain't true.
Look it up. Every start that he played in, he's lost.
That can't be true.
I'm telling you, I read it somewhere.
This says Brian Hoyer has a 42-33 career win. Now
I'm talking about with the Patriots.
With the Patriots? Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to.
He's played with like 12 teams.
Every start with the Patriots, he's lost.
Okay, that might be true because he's played. Yeah, he has played. He's been around for a long time. Started in 2009 with the Patriots. This doesn't give me win-losses, but it does show that he did not have good numbers. So he won games with Cleveland, with Houston, Chicago. So, yeah, I guess with the Patriots.
He has not won one game with the Patriots yet.
Yeah. Well, they're
13 starts.
They're in a struggle anyway. They hung with Baltimore, I guess, on Sunday, right?
As much as they possibly could. Lamar Jackson is a bad dude.
He is, man. He is. And, man, Tony, I was watching these games. Like Carson Wentz was awful on Sunday. Justin Fields might be the worst starter in the league, and the Bears won.
My team won, but our quarterback is still awful.
He's awful. Did you watch the Sunday night game with Garoppolo and Russell Wilson?
They were terrible.
I know.
Both of them were terrible.
What is happening? Like, there's a lot of bad football, a lot of bad quarterbacks in the NFL. It was tough to watch. And then Monday night wasn't much better with those guys. So you really got to look around and find your I'll tell you, Jalen Hurts is playing good football. Lamar Jackson is playing good football.
Yes.
Like, even Brady, he didn't have any receivers. They were without everybody. So kind of a weird year here. Who's going to step up and be those quarterbacks, because there's just a lot of bad offense right now in the NFL.
When you just like Brady, he lost Evans for a game, and you can see without him, man, he doesn't have a go-to guy. And every team that doesn't have that go-to guy, their quarterback is going to suffer. I mean, I don't know why that is. I don't know if the other receivers can't pick up the pace or whatever. But when your go-to receiver goes down, it's like the quarterback doesn't know who to throw the ball to.
They were throwing to Cole Beasley, who they picked up like last Wednesday, and
off the practice squad, right?
I mean, just
off
crazy.
the street, I think.
Yeah.
Nick Dawson says Cooper Rush out there having the time of his life. Screw Cooper Rush. Nobody care about Cooper Rush. God, I get to see this guy.
Are they going to be I was getting ready to say the Redskins.
Just whatever you want to call them. I don't know, man. We can't block anybody right now. That's our problem. The O-line, Carson Wentz was sacked 9 times, I think.
Well, you got 2 washed-up Carolina Panthers that used to be all-pros, and Andrew Norwell and Trey Turner.
I like Ron Rivera, and kind of like Tony's saying, like, look, we like all these people as people. We're talking about football.
Coaching.
We're talking about football and winning and losing. I like Ron Rivera. I would not be upset if I just got a text saying he was fired right now. Like, I'm kind of over it.
And I was at that point when we fired him.
Yeah, and look, I like the guy. He's a great man.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
but we suck.
But just like I said, they're good people.
Yes.
But you know what happens to a good offensive coordinator? You know what happens to a good offensive coordinator?
Becomes a head coach.
Turns into a head coach. You know what happens to a bad offensive coordinator?
What's that?
He turns into a bus driver.
Okay.
Plain simple.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. If you can be a great offensive coordinator, but you won't be a great offensive coordinator for long, because you're going to pretty soon going to be a head coach. But if you're a bad offensive coordinator, you'll never be a head coach, and you'll probably maybe be a receiver coach or a quarterback coach, or the worst bus driver.
Or get your CDLs and be a bus driver.
Oh, man. Tough times. All right, let's, Shirley, can we open up the booty bag, please? Ma'am?
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All right, 317-1250 is the number. What are we giving away on this Thursday?
How about a $15 gift card to AJ McMurphy's?
All right, sounds like a plan. What call are you looking for?
12.
Call 12, 317-1250. We're back with more on Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Back with you after this.
Here today with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. Hey Jeff, how's inventory going?
Inventory levels are increasing. For the first time in over 45 days, we have Mazdas in stock, Buick in stock, Cadillac in stock, and GMC in stock. I highly encourage the customer to go to gmc.com, build and price their vehicle, share that with Brown & Wood, and let us place your order. We need some price protection for these customers, and you got to place an order to have that.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
With over 30 locations across North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, Quality Equipment is your local John Deere dealer, where you'll find everything you need for your next project. Our complete lineup of John Deere lawn and garden, agricultural, and commercial worksite equipment comes with years of experience, expertise, and dedication. We know what it takes to get it done right. Stop by today or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
Pirate fans, ECU basketball is just around the corner and season tickets are now on sale. A new era begins on the men's side with first-year head coach Mike Schwartz at the helm. Season tickets are on sale for as low as $125. On the women's side, in-state rivals Wake Forest and UNC Wilmington will come to Minges Coliseum. Season tickets on sale now for as low as $45. To get those tickets, call 1-800-DIAL-ECU or go to ECUPirates.com.
Pabst is the place where things are exactly as you remember them, right down to the flicker of an old neon sign. Why is it flickering? I don't know. I'm a voice, not a neon mechanic.
Pabst is the place.
Hey, Pirate fans, get stocked up for tailgating season with PBR at your favorite retailer. Look for the QR code on the PBR display and register for a chance to win a pizza oven. Game day or any day, all Pirates prefer PBR.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Russell from Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. Believe it or not, fall weather is coming and we're ready for some Pirate football. Russell's has a long history of dressing Pirate fans, both men and women. For the men, we offer both logoed and non-logoed from Peter Millar, Johnny O, and Smathers and Branson. Our ladies love Tyler Bowe, Crosby, and Never a Wallflower for game day. Join us in wishing the Pirates a healthy and successful season. And remember, for all your game day needs, shop Russell's in downtown Washington.
Go Pirates!
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza. Homemade lemonade.
Hungry for game day, Pirate Nation? Take advantage of the Warren's Hot Dogs tailgate special of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. And the best part, this special is available every day. Just call ahead and Warren's will have your order ready to go. Hungry for breakfast? Warren's Hot Dogs in Chocowinity opens at 5 a.m. with cheese biscuits, chicken biscuits, sausage dogs, and more. Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville, across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Go Pirates!
Take a hit from a 300-pound linebacker, and you better be wearing pads. Take a hit on the road, and you better have good auto coverage. When you've got North Carolina Farm Bureau Auto Insurance, you've got the best local agents ready to help you bounce back. If you don't, well, you'll probably play football without a helmet, too. In Pitt County, call Brandon Manning or Randy Daniels at 252-756-3007. North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company. Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina Incorporated. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi. An independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
This is Stephen Igo, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medispa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available by calling 752-1406 or visiting beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. And congratulations to Sydney Tennell of Winterville. Picked up a $15 gift card to AJ's. The best place in Greenville to unwind after work and have fun is AJ McMurphy's. They have daily food and drink specials and an awesome patio perfect for some outdoor dining. There's something for everyone every weeknight, including sports trivia on Wednesday nights with our very own Clip Rock. AJ says live music every Friday and Saturday with no cover, and brunch every Sunday. And that is a look at your AJ McMurphy's gift card live read. Now back to you.
Wow.
I
like that you kept going with it, even though you knew you had said something wrong. You're like, I'm gonna just keep rolling with this thing.
You know, every once in a while, my train of thought jumps the tracks, and there's no survivors, and it just happened.
Shirley was fighting to get to the end of that sentence.
I was like,
and that's a look at your AJ McMurphy's
live ad. Now back to you, Clip.
Good stuff. Thank you, Shirley Rhodes. Welcome back into the show. We had sports trivia last night. I was trying to, I was thinking of a question or two for Tony. One of them was, there are 4 receivers currently in the NFL, Tony, that have more receiving yards than the Chicago Bears team. Do you remember those 4, Chandler?
Yes. You want him to try or not?
You can just throw them out.
What's the kid from Buffalo?
Diggs is one.
Diggs. There's 2 Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, I know. Waddle and Hill.
Yeah. And the other
one is hold on, let me see. Hold on.
I forgot it myself.
He's on a new team this year. He was AFC last year. He's on an NFC team this year.
Oh, the kid from the Raiders?
No, it's NFC East.
Oh, he's on the NFC team this year.
Yeah, this year, yeah.
I have no idea.
A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown.
Eagles.
Played for the Titans last year. Is now killing it with the Eagles.
Yeah, man. Devontae Smith went off on a Sunday. All right, Pirates and Bulls going at it. USF has the series lead in this series. East Carolina was able to beat them last year, and they are trending down. If East Carolina, and I know you don't want to say it right now, Tony, I feel like we were trending up before last week. Mike Houston's got it, going in the right direction, but South Florida kind of the opposite right now, and I don't know if their coach is going to make it much longer down there. But hey, you win this weekend, that'll be huge for them. So they got a lot to play for, as do we.
I think I saw. Is it Jeff Scott?
Jeff Scott
is 4-21 in 3 years at South Florida. So that's not good.
He's 4-21 and he's still there.
Yeah,
we got to beat them, Tony.
Wow,
4-21.
And let's see if that record is correct. Yeah, they're struggling right now. So you got to think that with everything going on, yeah, you're right. 4-21. They win. He's gone 1-8, 2-10, and 1-3 this year.
Yeah. And they're going to be up to playoffs. I mean, because they're underdogs. Well, they're not playing at home, but it was supposed to be a home game for them. They're going to be ready to play. I mean, they've gone through a lot of things with the hurricane and everything, but those guys are going to be ready to play. If we're not ready to play, we're going to get slapped in the mouth again.
Got to be ready to go Saturday. 2:30 is the kickoff time on ESPN Plus. We'll be with you 10:30 on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, and after the game on the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show. Got a lot of calls the other night talking about some of the topics that Tony hit on earlier today. Do you ever listen to our post-game show, Tony?
It'd be too late, man. I'd be asleep.
All right, well, this week it's going to start at 6.
No, this week I might tune in.
Oh, you tune in because you've called in before.
I've called in before, but I'm telling you what. If we lose this week, I'm calling in.
Okay. Wait, so that vent that you just went on, about 30 minutes ago, did you have that bottled up since Saturday? You should have called in on Saturday for the fifth quarter.
That's true.
I was thinking about it, but I said, no, I'm too upset right now. I would have been cussing all over the radio on Saturday.
Oh my gosh!
So what you said earlier was has been sitting for 4 days. So you were even angrier than that.
Yeah,
man.
it's just been sitting.
I'm glad you didn't call in then. That would have been bad. But man, that's what we're here for. We had a lot of upset Pirates on Saturday, and then the weeks before we had some Pirates celebrating. So hopefully we have a fun edition.
You know what? I'm looking forward to the game. I'm looking forward to the guys playing, man. And like again, I say, I'm a Pirate through and through. I bleed purple and gold. I love these guys. I love the school. This is where I started from, and so I want to see them win. But it just kills me, man. It kills me for the guys, and it kills me for the fans that we have a team that's a really good team on paper. On paper.
If you didn't think we were as talented as we were and they were losing these games tight, you'd probably feel a different way. But you think, and I agree that we got the talent.
We have the talent.
Yeah.
Man. Defense is playing their butts off, man. They're getting out there, but I
all right,
just got to fix it.
Tony, myself, Troy D, and Ellerby are in a last man standing Survivor League.
Yes.
How's that going?
Well,
we're still alive.
How about 394 teams are out of it after 3 weeks.
After 3 weeks.
And there are 57 of us remaining. So we're one team. Team Pirate Radio is still in it.
Wow.
And we're alive and kicking. And now it's I'm getting nervous. Because
like Tony is for this game coming up on Saturday.
Because of what Tony was talking about earlier when he fumbled the ball. I feel like if our team doesn't win this week, is it going to be on me? Is it, Tony?
I mean, they're going to come up to you and say, "It's okay, Cliff. You didn't lose it, and you know good and well you lost it. You lost it.
It won't be on you.
Okay.
Because it was a team effort.
Okay.
It was a team effort.
Wait, now you're saying no.
No, wait a minute. Let me finish. It was a team effort because there's nothing that you can do. It's just what you say. You haven't done anything. You just said something.
Okay.
We could have listened to you, or we could not have listened.
So it's just as much as your fault.
Yeah, of course. It's everybody's fault because we listened to you.
Now you wanted to go Dolphins tonight.
I did. I really feel that the Dolphins are their defense is playing well. Cincinnati's can't block nobody on offense. They're going to get after Burrows. When you get after Burrows, he's going to throw interceptions. And I don't know how hurt Tua is. But I mean, they got some good receivers on Miami's side. They got a good running back and they got a good defense. But they're playing in Cincinnati. I don't see how Cincinnati's favored over.
That's what's weird. That's what makes me nervous about taking the Dolphins.
How is Cincinnati favored over Miami? Miami's 3-0 and Cincinnati's 1-2. How's that possible?
Well, you know this, Tony. It's the NFL, man. Like you flip a coin every week.
Come on, man.
Yeah. But you still riding with the Dolphins?
No, I'm not riding with the Dolphins anymore because that's a team effort. I'm riding with the Chargers, baby.
Let's go, Bolts. Bolt up.
Now, I might have missed this. Y'all might have talked about this earlier in the show, and I have not paid attention to it much. But
this show?
No. This situation regarding Tua, he is in for tonight.
He's playing.
Yeah. What'd you think of that, Tony? Did you see him?
Hey, let me
Dude, that was scary.
That was. You can't tell me the reason he went back down and fell was because of his back.
Yeah.
No, that was a knockout punch. I mean, you can see where he hit the back of his head on the ground, and whenever you do that, man, that's. Whew.
Yeah.
But he had to pass protocol.
The test or whatever.
If he passed protocol, then he's fine to play. He had to pass protocol in order for him to play tonight.
And look, we've come a long way with that stuff. You were well aware of it, Tony.
Yeah.
We've talked about this before, but when you played, what happened if was there a protocol? Would they ask you what day it was or something?
They give you the smelling sauce. They wouldn't ask you nothing. You okay? Yeah, get back in
33.
there.
Get back in.
Get back in there.
Yeah.
And as a fool, I mean, you're a football player, but at the same time, it's really crazy. Because I go back in the game, I'm still dizzy. I'm still seeing spots coming at me, but I'm playing again.
And it's one of those things, too, that you can say, well, it's your body. Like, you need to be smart enough to take yourself out of the game. But you're thinking about your job, your livelihood.
Thinking about winning.
Like, you almost have to have a coach, a trainer, or somebody to physically take your helmet, get you out of the game, right? Because you're not going to do it yourself.
Right.
And
absolutely. As a player, you won't.
Yeah, you want to make a football.
And that's why it's good now for them to have that protocol. Man.
Yeah.
It's really good.
And if you want to make a football player mad, take his helmet away on the sideline.
Yeah.
The coach used to take Chandler's, and he was healthy.
They did that. They did that one time.
Coach, I'm fine.
No, sit down, son. You need a little more rest.
No, you're good.
They were making up stuff in the tent.
I think it might be stage 3 concussion. I didn't even get hit, Coach. I'm the long snapper.
Your shoulder don't look good. You're walking with a limp. Get back. Sit back down.
Oh, man. That's funny. Took his helmet all season, man.
Took it. Every game. On the first snap, they said, hey, we got to take this. I said, good God almighty.
Let's get a last break in, Shirley. We'll come back. We'll wrap it up with touchdown Tony Collins, get his final thoughts on ECU South Florida, and we'll run through the NFL schedule, make a few selections when we return after this.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
This is Dr. Phil Perdue from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Come and explore great shopping in downtown Washington at Naughty Life. Hi, this is Gina from Naughty Life, and new fall merchandise is arriving every day, featuring all the new Yeti products, like the loadout buckets and waterproof dry duffel bags. We have new fall clothes for men, women, and children. At Naughty Life, we have something perfect for any occasion, like new jewelry and a great selection of sunglasses from Costa, Reflect, and RCI. Visit Naughty Life on Main Street in historic downtown Washington, and like us on Instagram and Facebook.
This is Stephen Igo. You've heard from me plenty on Pirate Radio Live and perhaps have read some of my work on hoistthecolors.net. Now, get an extension of our in-depth coverage on the Hoist the Colors podcast. From game previews to immediate post-game analysis to emergency podcasts for breaking news, we've got you covered. A cast of guest co-hosts from fans, former coaches, and other writers join me for 2 podcasts weekly to break down all things ECU athletics. Subscribe to Hoist the Colors now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar with daily specials. And here's the lineup. Mondays feature $7 margaritas and half-price appetizers. Tuesday is stuffed seafood night. Wednesday is date night. Thursday is roasted smoked lamb chop night. Fridays is prime rib night. And Saturday is Italian night and is also Fred and Wilma night with our 36-ounce bone-in tomahawk steak just like the Flintstones. And on Sunday is our legendary brunch from 10 to 2. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting pirates.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
This is ECU assistant football coach Roy Tesh, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was a down day for the stock market again today. The Dow fell 458 points, closed at 29,225. NASDAQ was down 314. And finished the day at 10,737, and the S&P was down 78 at 3,640. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, before we get Tony's final word and prediction on East Carolina, South Florida, we'll run through some NFL games real quick. Tony says Shirley's Dolphins will stay perfect. Do you think the Dolphins beat the Bengals tonight?
Absolutely.
All right. There's a game in London Sunday morning, so alert yourself.
9:30, right?
9:30 a.m. NFL Network.
Obviously.
Vikings.
London alert. London alert. That was a
Vikings
reference.
at Saints. Boy, Saints struggled against Carolina.
Told you they would.
Vikings struggled to beat the Lions. Who you liking that one, Tony?
You know, the Lions got a pretty good team.
Yeah.
But the Saints, I'm going to tell you right now, they got a quarterback back there. He's going to throw at least 2 or 3 interceptions a game. So I got to go with Minnesota.
All right. The Titans and Colts are trying to keep pace with the Jaguars. That's a real sentence.
Wow.
That's that I'm saying.
Wow.
And this is an important game in the crummy AFC South. So Titans at Colts, Tony. Who you got on Sunday?
That's going to be a tough game. You got 2 of the best running backs in the league going against each other, and it's going to be a poundy because none of the is Pittman back for the Colts this week? I don't
Good
know
question.
if he's back or not. But without
I think
Pittman,
he played last week, right? He didn't play week 2.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but neither one of them has a go-to guy as a receiver, and so I'm going to take the Colts for the simple fact that I just think the Colts quarterback may be just a little bit better.
All right, the Jaguars raised some eyebrows the way they beat up on the Chargers. If they win in Philly, we'll all be talking about them, but that's a tough task, Tony.
Yeah, I cannot see them going to Philly and beating them. Not the way Philly's playing right now. The Philly's defense is good. I mean, they put a spanking on the Chargers last week in L.A. So, but it's going to be a tough task for them. You know, they got a young team, but Philly's playing some good football right now, so I got to go with Philly.
You asked me about this one earlier today, Tony. I wish this was the Sunday night game. Bills at Ravens, game of the day. And both teams, well, the Ravens coming off a win over the Patriots. They lost in week 2. Bills coming off their first loss. Great showdown in Baltimore.
2-1, both are 2-1. The thing about the Bills right now is their defense. They're really hurting on defense. Offensively, they're going to score some points, but you know when you got a defense that's hurting and you're going up against Lamar Jackson in Baltimore, it's going to be tough. It's really like a toss-up to me. But I want to favor Buffalo because of Josh Allen, because of Diggs. But then I think about Lamar Jackson, and I think about their defense, the Bills' defense, how it's hurting right now. I'm taking Baltimore to win.
Great game. That's in the 1 o'clock window on Sunday. We'll talk more Cardinals-Panthers tomorrow with Tony Dunn and Chandler. But all you got to do, Chandler, to get to 500 and feel a little good about yourself is beat the Cardinals on Sunday.
That's all you got to do.
That's all you got to do.
It's that simple.
Do
People
it.
say it's hard. It's that simple.
Where are they playing at?
In
Charlotte, and it's at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, got a chance. Green Bay, big favorites over your Patriots, Tony. Might be Brian Hoyer starting. Not looking good.
Yeah, he's going to be on 14. So, yeah, they're not going to beat Green Bay against Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers will not get beat by Moyer. Won't happen.
All right. Will
Guarantee?
Hoyer, whatever his name is.
That is a guarantee. What's your prediction for East Carolina and South Florida, Tony?
I feel the guys are going to bounce back. I really feel, but I'm walking by faith and not by sight.
All right. Sometimes you got to believe.
So you just got to believe that this is going to happen. I hope it happens this week. We're going to have some good play calling. We're going to make our special teams are going to be good, and we're going to play good football, and we're going to win. It might be close, but I hope not close enough that we have to kick field goal.
And you're not going to have to vent when you come back on the show next Thursday.
I hope you're right, man.
Tony, we love your humor, and sometimes you got to get real, and you did earlier today. So appreciate you being here, man.
All right.
Touchdown, Tony Collins joining us today on PRL. Chandler, we'll see you tomorrow. Same with CJ, Shirley, and all you fine folks as well. We'll be back with you Friday, 3 o'clock for an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to